All right, and welcome back to Dire Roll.
Yeah!
Episode 13 on Friday the 13th, as of the live airing.
Yeah!
Fun fact, it's the only Friday the 13th we're going to have this year.
Oh.
I also don't.
Good!
I would like to say that I planned it like this, but I did not. Scheduling is just a thing.
Just because, Freya.
So, before we get off to any of the good parts, I'd like to give a shout out to our social partners over at the Adventurers Guild of Amarillo.
Yeah!
Their phone and address, as always, are going to be showing up on your screen, as well as their Facebook community pages. Check them out on eBay, the Adventurers Guild of Amarillo. Give them a call if you don't like using technology past the cell phone. They're more than happy to deal with your business over the phone. Send your product in by mail. They'll get it right back to you. Or just order it over the phone. They'll take care of it from there as well. Past that, make sure to check them out on all the socials, Adventurers Guild of Amarillo. And if you happen to be in Amarillo yourself, please feel free to stop by there and let them know that the Dire Rolls sent you. And as a quick reminder, tomorrow we're going to be having the second episode of the a la carte rolls. Our one-shots that take place in the world of Sturt, kind of giving it an extra oomph of being lived in. You can always hear stories about, yeah, this happened in the background, but these a la carte episodes are showing you what happened in the background. That way it's not just a, I told you this happened, so just imagine it yourself kind of situation. Make sure to check that out. It's going to be at 7 p.m. CST, Saturday the 14th of May. If I can remember my dates, it'll be a miracle. The fact that I remembered the episode number after the last few times of forgetting it is a miracle itself.
You've always been one off.
Listen, I've been one off on a lot of things in my life. Anyways,
That's one of them.
Mel, socials, what do we got going on?
So we kicked off our Bardic Tunes Day on our Twitter and Facebook. So go check that out. Every Tuesday, no certain time, just check it out on the day. And then our TikTok, Instagram, our discussion page, which is more of a meme page, but also good banter.
Good names.
I only banter in memes though, so.
Yes,
You know.
I mean that's a good place for it.
Is there any other way to banter?
Not in today's
Really?
society.
No. Especially if you're a millennial, come to find out.
Yeah.
You just send a meme and they know exactly how you're feeling. And
Or
they just
gifts.
reply.
More gifts. Hey, hieroglyphics are making a comeback now.
Yeah.
So
Full pyramid, you mean?
Oh. I mean, yeah.
Fair enough.
And then of course our VODs on Mondays. But yeah, just follow the socials.
Speaking of the VODs, you can always catch the a la carte roll episodes the following Wednesday of every week that they air. They are a bit more sporadic. Thank you for reminding me of that, Mel. But make sure to check it out. Make sure if you are subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you hit that noti bell. And if you aren't, get subscribed to us and make sure you hit that bell so that way whenever we upload, you can be notified. So, before we get into the intro, anyone got any announcements coming up?
Anime Onsen, Colorado Springs, May 27th through the 29th. That's Memorial Day weekend. I'll be there with Lore Master Entertainment. And, oh, hey, my face is on the screen now. Yeah! And, come see me. Let me know that you... Oh, that's true. But I like that one prettier, you know?
That one's staged. This is more candid.
True. But,
That one's so pretty.
But I'll be there with Lore Master Entertainment. Stop by my booth, say hi. I'd love to go and fight you with a sword. You know, well, not a real sword, a foam sword. But
Please, no, we don't need murder added to this. We may murder things in the section, the campaign, but we don't need murder.
but yes, come and say I fought Roten, won or lost. We'll find out what happens.
There's honor in either.
Oh yeah, there's honor in either. There will be glory in both.
I was about to say.
That's all I got.
Glory!
All right. Anything else before we get going?
No.
All right. In that case, let's hit that intro.
Come in, you losers!
D&D, baby! Let's go! I could have sworn I left that other D4 here.
Hey guys!
Fireball.
Hey, let's go! Alright guys, balls are ready. Get to the table!
All right.
Okay.
Very surprising.
Welcome back.
Respectful.
Just as a heads up, Strella will be here just a little bit late. So as for right now, we have brought in a special guest celebrity, Casper. Thank you for joining us today. Yes,
Thank
yes, we
you.
understand your voice can't be picked up by modern technology, so it's okay. We'll translate for you.
Oh, I don't know if we can translate that though.
His uncles taught him that one.
That's so cool.
So, last we left off, the party had just finished dealing with the mechanical dragon being saved by the white dragon they came to originally assist as it dragged the body of the exploding mechanical dragon out of the cave and far away from the mountain. However, not everything was peaceful after that, as the party had to fight their way out of essentially a collapsed cave. They had to essentially remove every piece of rubble before they were eventually able to get out. By the time they found themselves out, they were face to face with the artificer that they originally ran into, who was piloting the mechanical dragon, as well as a very bloodied scene, as they noticed that their good friend Eddie has had his arm ripped off of his body due to a large piece of shrapnel shooting its way through the cave. And instead of allowing it to harm the Mule Twins, he took the entire brunt of the attack, of the damage. Now with his arm well pinned against the cave wall from the shrapnel, the party's cleric quickly acted to keep it from rotting away in hopes that they can find someone who can attach it. We pick up with our party having a nice long rest and waking up to an Eddie who's at least in decent spirits for as unarmed as he is, and a fairly well swollen faced artificer. And that's where we take up today.
Hey, I'm no longer exhausted. Yay!
Yay!
How many points of exhaustion do you have?
I had 2. I'm down to 0 now.
2. You only regain 1 point of exhaustion per
No,
long
I had
rest.
2 when we went into the cave. We rested before
That's
the
right,
fight,
and
and
then-
now yes.
That's right. Alright,
Yep.
yeah, you are fully non-exhausted
Mhm.
now.
So I'm assuming because of the cold weather, Eddie's arm is not decomposing quickly.
No,
You cast General Repose on it, remember?
Okay.
essentially,
So General Repose was able to be cast on it. We were able to wrap it up and put it in the bag of holding.
yes.
That is not here with us.
It's okay. No, Casper's playing Shelly right now, so it is with you.
Okay.
So,
We have full access to the Bag of Holding's inventory.
It's like,
We have an extra dimensional being, so we can get our stuff in the extra dimensional item.
that's
a
in the
supernatural
extra-dimensional-
There you
I want
go.
to say extra dimensional.
Well, which do you prefer, extra dimensional being or supernatural being?
He is a supernatural fan, so.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you did there. Just make sure the Winchesters aren't coming.
We
So-
just hear the door get kicked in.
Is there an Impala outside? All
Alright,
right, no,
get to
no
the
jokes.
second floor.
Very
Anyways,
carefully.
so as everyone is stirring, everyone had essentially been told after asking the artificer how he was able to make the mechanical monstrosity. All he simply replied with was, "You'll find whenever you come to my city." And the very last thing that was said, after noticing the ring on Evangeline's hand, just like she heard from Azorus, "How'd you find my wife's ring?"
I'm gonna ask Ozurus, mentally of course, what was your wife's name and what did she look like? As I'm also asking to, did we ever get a name for this guy?
Bastard McBastardson.
No,
Yeah.
no one's ever gotten the name. No one's asked. They mostly just knocked him out.
I feel like that's a faux pas somewhere.
Well, he's not a faux pas anymore because his daughter's dead, but you know.
Oh.
No, now he is a faux
No,
pas.
that-
Yeah,
now
now he is a faux pas.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
is a faux pas. I'm gonna ask him. Okay, I've got 3 questions for you.
What do we make orphans?
First of all,
Are you asking
not-
the inner voice or are you asking this guy? Because you
This
said
guy.
you're going to ask your inner voice something.
I did the mental thing. I was like,
She asks.
Okay.
a mental voice.
So first I'll
First,
answer.
I'm doing Azurus. It's like, what
Okay.
was your wife's name, and what did she look like?
Her name was Delilah. And she was...
What are you laughing?
Ding, 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 ding.
We're having a serious moment, and you're laughing.
I
Welcome
think
to
the
D&D.
song, Hey There Delilah, what's it like in you? Is that what you're thinking?
No, my lute is named Delilah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah. Well, it's not Delilah, it's Delilah.
Delilah.
There's
But
a
no.
different connotation.
He responds back to, her name was Delilah. She was a sultry 6 foot. She was well tanned and had beautiful amber eyes that gleamed in the sun's light.
What color was her hair?
What?
Nothing.
You're not mind linked.
I know. It's like imagining a 6 foot tall, well tanned, emerald eyed, bald lady right now, so. Details matter to me, okay?
How would you know what he's saying?
A Cameron is saying this, okay? Not Roy.
He's not using the rope voice.
I'm not using the rope voice, yes. Somebody gotta do it. That psychic damage.
I'm gonna ask
Take a sip.
our artificer punching bag, for lack of a better term.
Okay?
I don't know his name. I'm bad
He's-
at names, so I
he's
get
still-
them nicknames.
He's still just kind of chilling there, sitting on
It's
the
like,
cave floor,
so,
with his back
I'm-
leaned up against the wall.
I've got a few questions. First,
Alright.
what's your name? Second, what was your wife's name?
So you're actually asking
I
me
am-
my name instead of just punching me, like your friends.
Just sitting over there drinking coffee.
Victoria's over there with him.
Just
So
like, here's the thing about Evangeline. She's really awkward.
as you're drinking your coffee, do either of you speak Undercommon?
I do not.
I
don't
do.
think.
You do.
I do.
Okay.
No, I speak. I don't speak Undercommon.
Okay. So he's not being very quiet. He's not trying to do anything stealthily. You'll each hear him in a language you don't quite understand. You could do a history check to try and see if you can tell what language it is. However, Evangeline, you hear him outright, and he goes, "I hope you like the taste of shit." And your drink starts to faintly to now strongly taste like manure and human feces.
Yeah, no, I'm rolling history on that.
I'm gonna roll history on that too, because I'm like,
Oh, no, you can't smell it.
oh, I can't smell it?
No. It
Cool.
just starts tasting like shit to him.
Cool. That's a 23.
For history?
Yeah.
Mine's
Yeah,
a
you can
6.
tell it's undercommon.
Okay.
6.
I'm not touching my coffee,
You
and I'm not
cannot
going
tell
to.
what language it is.
It's not a die roll.
Oh god, that's a 2!
But yeah, no,
We're off to a great
you just
start.
you just recognize it as him just saying words. And then you just more than likely seeing, especially Victorin, have a visceral reaction to the taste. And then Linus would be at least taken aback.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you would not react near as bad as Victoria,
Yeah,
because
no,
you've had to drink bad water before, so it's not too far out of your realm. But
Yep.
it'd probably be a...
Don't drink the coffee.
I normally do not drink coffee, but I've never seen someone make such bad coffee they spit it out. Is everything alright?
This literally tastes like shit.
Well, I mean, that's what coffee's supposed to taste like anyways, but...
So
Hey,
as you look at
how
it, it
dare
still
you
has the normal
insult
attributes of coffee and
water.
everything like that.
Like,
Like
Ro doesn't drink it, but yes.
it doesn't smell any different. It
Mm.
smells like a nice roast.
Smells if you've got a knife. I don't know why you... I know coffee tastes like shit anyways, because I don't drink the stuff, but...
How dare you
It doesn't.
insult the
It
bean water?
didn't taste like that just 2 seconds ago.
You can do an Arcana check if you want.
I'm gonna do an
Can I do
Arcana.
an insight check to take and see if, even though I don't understand what the language was,
I
The
still
intent.
don't.
yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm rolling Arcana while he's doing that.
Are we getting back to the questions?
Does
That's an
it,
18 on Arcana.
That's an 18.
Yeah.
that's not a roll.
Oh!
Here
Alright,
we go.
remember, you get advantage on it because you're halfling. Like,
Nope.
die or roll.
Nope.
Die or roll. Die or roll.
Nope.
No.
Can't
Yeah,
guess.
that's.
Nothing.
The best one on there was still 6, so
Yep.
that would be. What's your wisdom score?
Wisdom score
Mm-hmm.
is a 17.
17, so then you would take a minus 13 to that score for your total roll. So 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's. You have no clue what the intent there was. You don't know if he was talking to you or answering her question.
Well, he was speaking Undercommon just a second
You
ago.
do still not like him, so it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for Linus to go, you probably did something. But you can't tell
He fucked
exactly
a
what. With the Arcana check, you can tell, just with your experience with wizards in the past, either adventuring with them with the guild or just dealing with them in general, you can tell, because you don't have too much experience with artificers being from, being from more of a magic-based area that looks down a little bit more on technology. But you can tell that artificers normally can cast some wizard spells, so you can probably presume that there was a cantrip cast to mess with the flavor.
But prestidigitation, I fixed my coffee.
Question
Just
is,
yours?
does it work?
It's mine for now.
Alright.
Linus isn't complaining, so I don't know. I don't know he did anything to Linus's.
You see Linus just like set his cup back down.
But yeah.
It should be fine now.
But anyways, he, after seeing the and he goes back to answering your question as they're like staring him down, trying to figure out what the
I'm not staring at him, my back's to him.
But,
Just like, no, I don't like you.
specifically Victorian trying to figure out the spell.
Oh, what did you do?
What did
and
you
then-
fucking do?
Where can I learn it?
I
So-
got it.
So, after he says what he says in Undercommon, he looks back to you in perfect common. My wife's name is Susan.
Susan.
What did she look like?
Can I ask
Alright, meta knowledge Cameron.
That wasn't me, that was Casper.
Uh-huh. So you're telling me it's not going to be picked up on the microphone like Casper can't be picked up?
Correct.
So if we look at the sound balance,
Hey, the mood, you should edit that part out.
I'm the one who does the editing.
What does he do then?
Takes care of the live
Stop.
footage.
And he's the mood! How dare you question
So-
what he does?
Never.
How dare you?
He tells you that his wife's name is Susan, and he tells you that his name is not important. Not yet, at least. You good?
I want to know, damn it!
Can you show me
I
what this dude's name is?
To be.
don't know why you're upset.
I just fucking want to know.
Does the name Delilah ring any bells?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. Well,
Oh, you painted it.
that's good. Well, to answer your question about the ring, my brother had a wife named Delilah, and she was the original owner of that ring.
I mean, we were gifted it by a traveler, but no one who seemed actually married. She gave it to us for exchange for us letting her stay the night out of the weather.
Oh.
But she didn't say anything of being married or anything of the sort.
Well, there was an incident where, very similar to, I'm sure you've seen what has happened in Rock, and
No, we don't get news traveling too far this way. We don't have phones that the lines can reach out here. Not too many people want to speak to the people in the far-off wastelands of the tundra. What happened to Rock?
it's,
Did you do that in character, or
Well, I'm sitting there, it's like, oh, now he cares.
no.
Because earlier I tried to explain, he just hit the freaking detonate button. So I'm like,
yeah, you're right. Because moments of intense trauma and tragedy
Anger.
doesn't cloud one's judgment
yep,
at all.
yeah, not at all, yeah.
There's not an entire class built around it.
Enjoy my
So roll to drinking
Nat,
tea.
nat 20 and nat 1.
Alright, so, but yeah, he looks at you completely dumbfounded. Because keep in mind, the events that happened since you got to Drake has only transpired over roughly 2 to 3 weeks.
So it wouldn't, no news would really travel to small villages like I assume this guy, right?
You can give me a base and wisdom check.
Hey!
Hey!
Sorry, Casper, you gotta go.
Thank you for coming, Casper.
Don't let the door hit you on
Casper
its
was,
way out.
was playing Strella for you while you were gone.
Cool. Did he do a good job?
He did.
No, we haven't done the next
Fantastic. You did fantastic.
You didn't die,
Better than
so-
you did.
Rip.
He rolled 2 nat 1s in the die roll.
That's fucking call.
But as
Actually-
you were saying, Ashley?
So I'm doing a wisdom check to sort of. Am I doing a wisdom check to sort of pinpoint where he's from? Like how
Well-
big the village, or a map of the area, or
Your character's trying to figure out why they wouldn't get the information out here.
okay.
And you're not from a region like this, so your character would have to put kind of 2 to 2 together.
Okay, so
Just a base wisdom check.
all right. That is a. That was almost a 17. That is a 12.
A 12, you would get the idea from him saying there's not any like phone lines that make it out this far, and there's, from what he said before about there being little resources out here to begin with, you can tell that this is kind of the part of the island that's not that well invested into. So Evangeline would be able to kind of put 2 and 2 together of news out here travels kind of slow compared to the rest of the island.
Sort of like, hey, let's send a messenger pigeon off and hope they get it,
Or a physical messenger.
and hope they survive.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So I'm gonna explain a bit of what happened in Rock and what was the other place? Long
and Dragul.
Long, Dragul, and Rock. I'm gonna explain a little bit about like the Hadar and the hunger and stuff like that.
Okay. After taking a bit to explain it to him, basically you told him that his country is
Fucked.
basically
shit!
basically hit by a nuke, so to say. The fact that there is a extra dimensional god that was being brought in, and that the temple of Plutus was turned into monstrosities and horrors, and then talking about how there's both undead and people acting like it, and just a lot
seen a
of
lot
things
shit.
going on. He's silent. He's just kind of stuck in his own mind.
There's a silver lining.
Oh God.
So there is.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Not necessarily. Yeah, remember?
Yeah, essentially, the best way I can describe his expression is he's just sitting there,
Stunned.
like just blankly staring into the distance.
So
I mean, on the bright side, you don't have to worry about that happening yet here.
there was something sent here
I should have
from.
just aimed for the free fall. But continue.
Oh.
It don't matter because she's right here, the revive bot.
Not if he fell thousands of feet away.
And not if his body is in pieces. I don't think I can fix that.
We can work
I don't
something.
do
Greater
bits and
restoration.
pieces.
We can. Best I got to animate dead.
I don't think that's much better considering the
You have my sword
situation.
and my axe
But
and your
yeah,
brother.
he's just sitting there kind of in disbelief, whereas y'all have had time to gradually learn of this happening. This is literally
It's a
just
lot.
an info dump on him.
Blah.
Yeah, it's like so.
Yeah, that
There's
happened.
a silver lining. Something was sent here, and it has the potential to stop Hada and send it back to where it came.
Okay.
So,
We
Do
believe
you
it's
have it?
We believe it's. And then Shaw's just gonna go ahead and just gesture everywhere, just here.
In this general area.
Okay.
I can't take you seriously.
Victorian,
you take me seriously? Wait, what?
Victorian's going.
Roll that psych damage, please.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Well, I was gonna say, well, Evangeline has the ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. We have it.
Speaking of, has it had time to attune to me? Like if it's.
I already
natural
told you you
or-
already feel closer to
Okay.
Azorius whenever you put it on.
I just didn't know if there was anything else to that.
Nope,
Just stronger bond.
just that.
All right.
Actually,
That's 3
did
psychic.
You, did
Okay,
you
good.
ask? Did you ask what the traveler or the woman that they got the ring from looks like yet?
Not yet.
Ro could ask that
Okay.
instead of creating meta questions.
How's that? It's strategizing. It's not meta.
It's
That would be
meta.
meta.
All right.
That goes into the realm of meta.
Okay, fine.
And besides, I just info dumped on him. I don't want to give him any more
I was
and
gonna
be
say,
like,
Rolt's been listening to the conversation. You can ask. It would be understandable for Rolt to go, okay, you told us her name. What does this stranger look like? So,
Okay.
I know. I've been T-posing.
because the party has been informed that it was Azorius' ring, or his wife's ring.
Okay.
That was said earlier.
Yeah.
So, it could be one of those things of, well, if that's your wife, what does your wife look like? And then you could probably look to her and go, what does his wife look like?
Cool. I'm just gonna repeat. I'm just gonna do all that thing that you just said.
Same character.
Wait a
Okay.
dig into that.
Fine. All right.
take the lazy way out.
Evangeline, what was that name you said? Delilah? Who is that?
Azurus' wife.
Huh. Hey there, you didn't give us your name, so Artificer dude. What did you said a traveler gave it to you, right?
Yes.
What does she look like?
Fairly tall. Dark complexion. I tried my best not to stare too much, but that was about it. She stayed with us for about a night. Long brown hair that went to about her waist.
Evangeline?
Would Azurus be able to confirm?
Yeah, if you're basically in your mind just asking, does that sound right? There's going to be a pause, and he's going to go that it's... There's a lot of people in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone with the same characteristics. But I saw her get swallowed by Hader.
Evangeline?
Did she have any sort of characteristic that made her more, identifiable?
What color were her eyes? Do you remember?
Ember. Oh, you're asking... Oh, I thought you were asking me, the DM.
No.
And then I heard you say, do you remember? And I was like, of course I remember. What?
The artificer. I'm asking the artificer, like, what color Traveler's eyes were. Were they amber or
I-
blue?
Try not to stare into other women's eyes, especially around my wife.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Women know where the knives are.
So, Evangeline?
Yes?
That's terrifying.
Yeah, but accurate.
Me slowly pulling out.
Yes.
We're just a
He's
question.
right, you know.
Just questioning Evangeline, looking as I slowly take out a knife, going.
No. No.
What? You mean you don't have a left front breast pocket knife?
You're just literally just appearing out of your chest as you're pulling it.
Is this what you're talking about? Please don't.
Anyways,
So,
yeah, he has no idea what her eyes look like.
Okay, so
Just that she was tall, had long brown hair, and had a dark complexion.
So, Evangeline, do we have confirmation from your friend, brother, thing?
Did he just call me a thing?
She wasn't.
No. That's the voice in her head.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, a slightly bastardization of the British accent in a very low, solemn tone sounds a lot like a normal English or a normal American accent asking the same question.
Well,
if you want to do something to his coffee, let me know. If you want to do something to his tea, let me know.
I was gonna say, I'm drinking
We'll
tea
get
over
back.
here.
It's like, if you want to do something to his tea later, let me know. We can do this.
Alright, I'm just trying to figure out why he called me a thing.
We can
He's
get
seen
back
me
at
in
him.
person.
We can get back at him if you want.
yo.
Maybe at a later date. This is a bit more pressing.
Fair enough.
I'm really salty.
Do we have any way that they can get off this mountain yet?
Yes, we established that.
Yes, I'm going to cast polymorph whenever we're all ready.
Sorry,
at
the
this
tickle's
point, I
this entire
think I
time.
turn around, I look at the artificer, and I'm just like, is there a secret way to taking it down this mountain besides the way you got up?
I mean, yes, if you know how to climb mountains, like my people do, I can help you down. Tend to learn a few things when you literally live on a mountain.
Let's just fly down.
I mean, flying would be a lot easier if someone could fly.
Okay.
Look at me. I have one of my wings clipped. As he just kind of moves his shoulder.
When do we start?
So, wait, didn't we decide it was going to be an elk or?
No,
was it?
no, Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzal.
That's a call, yeah. It's a huge
That-
creature.
That's
The
right,
flying
that's right.
serpent.
Yeah.
It's not a flying serpent.
Was it
It's
the flying
not
serpent
very-
or were we gonna do a great owl?
No,
it's a
Great
flying-
Owl was too small.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Great Owl's a medium.
Okay.
Or large.
So, we should probably step outside first.
Okay.
I mean, this cave held an adult white dragon. It has plenty of room.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah.
So,
You're good.
Fly like an eagle, like my sea.
It's gonna be roughly about the same size as them too.
Or it's gonna be like big.
It might stand tall.
and I cast polymorph
Actually,
on
it's gonna
Roach.
be just one size category smaller than me.
And now Roach is
A flying
whatever-
snake.
You can talk to him still.
Yeah.
You're the only one
Yeah.
who can, unless someone has commune with
Animals.
animals.
I do not.
Nope.
How do you feel, Rod?
I don't know what they make. What the sounds they make.
It would be just like a snake, but he can. Well, Strella, she can actually understand you.
Well, I'm speaking snakes. You shouldn't.
That wasn't snake.
I'm about to stab your cloaca.
That was you didn't
Oh,
warn
God.
her in time.
Keep that up. I'll stab your cloaca.
Oh
Wow.
god! Violence! You woke up and chose
I
violence.
feel less hairy.
Well, that's kind of what happens.
Also, very flighty, and we're on a timer now. So.
Yes, we are.
Everyone on the snake.
Yep. I'm guessing we should probably take Eddie's seconds. 2 reasons. One, so that way the first people I take down are going to be, can be the welcome committee, so people don't freak out when we go down to the village. And 2, That way I've got a better handle on how to fly and everything. That way I don't accidentally drop somebody. I don't drop the already injured person.
Can we all fit on his back at all
Yeah.
at once?
Yeah, we're all
You're
huge.
large.
huge.
Oh, I
You're
thought I
huge.
was gonna have to do 2 trips.
No, you can pick everyone up.
You can
Oh,
do
good.
it.
And Perry?
Out aboard.
And Perry.
Yay! I get to keep Perry.
And Perry the giant platypus.
Yay.
Fill it the albatross from the rescuers.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Albatross Airline.
Yes, thank you.
Serpentine Airline.
Eddie kind of tucking his arm underneath his other arm that's still attached.
I thought we put it in the
Or
bag
you
of
put it in the bag
holding.
of holding.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. That's right. My
We
bad.
wrapped it up and put it in the
Yeah.
bag of holding.
Me
As
go
we got our whole
Carry on
clothes.
luggage.
Yeah.
Me literally T-posing just.
He just grabs the artificer up like a bag of potatoes and carries him onto you. Hey, up you go.
I guess
Yeah,
he
because
doesn't.
he's still tied up.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't need a hand with that, does he?
God.
Where's that set damage?
7.
Oh.
Strella's the only one who can understand him
We
too.
didn't need you for polymorph right now.
I'm the only one. All you hear is.
Yeah.
And you can see Strel in the back going.
Just
So yeah, Eddie loads up. John and Molly
you
load
can
up.
wait to hit him until we get to the village, and then you can have at him.
I take
So you will have to fly at half speed since you're carrying other creatures on you, just to fly safely. If you don't want to fly safely, you can go full speed, and they can all make athletics or acrobatics
No.
checks.
I think we're
That's easy!
I take and
Oh, you don't have a plus 10 to
I
your
go, like,
acrobatics?
go over to
I have
the
a
artificer
disadvantage,
guy.
I think.
That's rough.
And
He's
I-
currently
I-
being held over Eddie's shoulder with his potatoes.
I take and I'm like Eddie and just motion and like for him to bring him down.
Okay.
I untie the nuts.
So as you go to untie it, you look for the knot, and you can see both of his hands holding 2 ends of an untied rope.
It might be easier.
He got a natural 20 on a sleight of hand check to untie the rope.
Nice.
I don't see it coming because I was T-posing.
Well, it had to be a passive perception, and even with his +1 to sleight of hand, and 22 is higher than
And
a
all
lot.
of us don't have anywhere near that.
It might be easier to take and hold on if you had both your hands.
Makes sense to me. And he lets the
And-
rope
and
go.
I just take and I just move back up to the front.
The rope just starts kind of falling.
I take and grab the rope and eat the rope.
Yeah.
Puppies.
He even kind of helps like feed it to you.
Yeah.
sorry.
Very life. Well,
I know. Sorry. I turned mine off.
everyone.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone's on board.
We're on a time crunch, Rod. Let's go.
What I crunch trap? I don't get it.
Crunch. We're on. Wait, did I say
Time
crunch
crunch.
wrap?
Yeah, it's
You
a
said
crunch
crunch
trap.
wrap.
Oh my god.
I love it.
It's cannon! What's the crunch wrap?
It's a very popular Creek meal, the Crunch Wrap.
God damn it.
Royalty tends to get the upgraded meal, the Crunch Wrap Supreme, full of the Baja drink of their choice.
The Baja.
We're on a time crunch.
Not so the first
But
rack.
due to the accent, most people when they try to say it, it just sounds like Baja, and they have no idea what you're talking about.
I think you're laughing. Bah ha 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 ha. What?
Anyways, so everyone's kind of holding on. You're doing a safe flight.
Yep.
Okay.
We're on a time.
So as you're taking off, it is a bit of a second to get used to it. You have no limbs besides wings, so it takes you a second to. It doesn't take any considerable amount of time, just a few seconds to about a minute, for you to get the feeling of okay. So this is where my arms used to be. You're flapping these wings. That's where my legs were. These are those other wings. Okay.
What is that thing? Oh, we're going this way now. Okay, cool. There we go.
I don't like this at all.
So, with this going off, give me a flight check.
Okay, what does that go off of?
So it'll be the Quetzalcoatlus, which I should have brought that up, but I forgot about it.
I got you, Dad.
That's why I want to tag this
Thank
time so
you.
it doesn't fall off.
Thank you, son.
Quetzalcoatl 5e.
I guess we're really gonna understand that.
It does actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It recognizes like different languages.
Really?
D&D's popular now, so it's a more searched item.
This is true.
Well, okay, let's not forget that Quetzalcoatl is a part of a whole religion.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yes.
You got a +1.
Is it like, is
Is it the Mayan or Aztec? I forget.
Oh.
Dinosaur that y'all are using.
Oh, the Quetzalcoatlus. Oh, my brain was thinking Quetzalcoatl. You're a giant pterosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm like, aren't you?
You did?
I was
using a
confused
dinosaur?
too.
I was
so-
like,
Oh.
you're that.
Cool.
Yeah, that would make sense though.
Have y'all ever
That
played
still
Ark?
makes sense.
It's the
With you.
giant bird.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking. So when you were saying Quetzalcoatlus, I thought I was just trying to be
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
and I thought you were mispronouncing Quetzalcoatl.
So what's
And I just wasn't wanting to correct
my
you.
flight, whatever?
You have a +1 to Dex.
Oh, okay.
So let me see here.
Oh.
Let me see here. No, unless it gives you,
Not fail.
unless it gives you an actual flight check, it's let's see here. What's the DC? Okay, 2. So you'll get +3 to your flight check.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
proficiencies on it.
Okay, so +3 total?
Yep.
Cool.
Mm.
Hey, where's that die roll at?
Die roll.
Bang the fuck
Die
out.
roll. Die roll.
Eventually,
Die roll.
how's your athletics
Die
check?
roll. Does anyone want to use a inspiration?
I don't
point?
have any more.
I have an inspiration point.
All right.
So do I use that on this?
Yep.
Okay. Not much better.
We take what we get here.
Okay, so we're making
So-
athletics checks?
That'd be a
Acrobatics.
10, the normal dex.
I got plus one.
So that's going to count as a 3. So, you are now plummeting. Everyone make me a athletics check to hold on.
Oh, I couldn't do acrobatics.
Because we're not
Because
jumping
that follows
off
once
of it.
you fail athletics.
Ooh, I got 15. I did better than I thought I would.
20s!
So, yeah, plus
Alright,
six.
so we'll start to my right.
Hold on.
6.
Oh! Alright.
7!
15!
Alright, you're fine. You're able to hold on.
21!
Yeah, you're perfectly
We
fine. You're
survived
holding
the
on.
white
As a
dragon,
matter
we
of fact,
died
you're
from a
used to
polymorph.
giant, like at this point, you're kind of used to giant
Sounds about
things in your
right.
life.
Yeah.
So you're just casually sitting on him as he's plummeting. You're just like, well, this is my life right now. Alright, I'm gonna need a acrobatics check from the both of you. This is essentially to try and find some hold to grab onto before you.
I'm watching all of them scream and just.
Okay. Take it. Where's that die roll at?
It's getting some mileage today.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're perfectly fine. Yeah.
This campaign
You
is
find
going
you
downhill
find
quick.
essentially one of the scales
no,
that
my
you can
boy!
grab onto with how small you are.
That one's
You just
going.
There you go.
Die roll, die roll, die roll, die roll.
Oh!
All right, so that would just be a -1 to your dexterity stat.
So, minus
So what's
my
your total dex?
My total dex is a +30, so
Well, what's the score? The stat.
that's 16.
So then it'll be a 15 for your roll.
Okay.
So yeah, you are able to essentially, as Linus grabs onto a scale since his hand's a bit smaller, you essentially grab onto his ankle as you're flying past.
Damn it, who's flying this thing? Oh, wait.
Had you been like an Aarakocra or a creature that normally has wings,
Yeah, I know.
you would have immediately just been able to take off. But
Somebody help me the
you were a literal bull turned into a flying creature.
Somebody
Can
help!
I be the one sitting right next to Linus just going, what's wrong with you?
Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit.
Oh, you know who I forgot to roll for?
Everybody.
Eddie and the Artificer. Okay,
And the
Eddie got a
twins.
nat 20 on his athletics.
Oh, okay, yay!
The twins, I'll just give them the same roll of 14, so they're fine. And then the Artificer,
Oh no!
for a total of 4. He's gonna attempt his athletics check real
Okay.
quick, or his acrobatics check. As he tries to grab on the Victorian's leg and just.
Okay, about
But
how?
since you freed his hands, you're You're gonna hear, light as a feather! As he starts flying and y'all are still plummeting past him.
Damn it, he's still alive.
Spellcasters would recognize that he casts fly on himself.
Yeah.
As you see a feather in his hand.
Me still going.
Where'd you get that feather from? His clothes were like. No.
Maybe he got it
realize-
from you.
I was gonna say, you realize that people can have hidden orifices, right?
And he decided to stick a feather up there. Okay, sure.
We take what we can
Must
get.
tickle a lot when he farts.
All I said was he looked human.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What you just said? Must tickle when he farts. Anyway, we're plummeting.
All I ever told you was he looked human.
Oh,
So-
Lord.
Bro, get this shit under control!
This is
I want
fine.
you to make me another flight check.
What are you saying in Snake right now?
Shit.
I relay this to the team.
What was it? +3, right?
Yes.
Come on.
Off?
15.
Alright, yeah. You're able to slow the plummet
Okay.
and start to level out as you fall on roughly about 100 feet during your
Can
plummet.
somebody help me up on this thing?
I'm sorry, I'm
As
kind of
you're-
in the middle of something.
As you're getting it caught, the artificer does fly down and like pushes you and Victorian towards the body to get a better grab. And then he just kind of sets himself back down over by Eddie.
Fucking hell.
I require translation.
Hey, you can get polymorph next time, bitch.
Do you translate?
Wait, was this to me or was this to Estrella?
Mostly to you and I went, okay.
So, he says you should be the next polymorph target.
Fine, I probably have a better dexterity than he does.
Depending on what creature you change
The artificer is gonna kind of look back at you and look at you who cast the spell and go. And he, like, y'all are having to speak loud because of the wind. He's going. Does he know how polymorph works?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I punch things. That's enough magic.
Fair?
I hit things
Magically.
magically. So, not even magically, just angrily, you know?
With magic
Smites.
on top
No,
of it.
you do it for prestige.
Yes, I hit things with prestige.
So, with this, the artificer does
Refinement.
start hollering towards you kind of which way to go as you can tell that you're now kind of leveled out.
Okay.
You know, not in free fall.
Nice.
Again.
I gotta start that mountain pretty freaking quick, though.
Well, that's a
I mean,
good
you
way to start
plummeted
the party.
100 feet.
Yeah.
100 feet down, 900 more to go.
Well, that's
So,
a very
yeah,
good way to get
After
our
about
blood pumping
500
for the
feet,
morning.
you do start going past the cloud line.
Honestly, probably could have skipped the coffee after that.
I fucking hate flying.
And just so it's not so much yelling towards you, he kind of keeping kind of close to where your head's at, and just kind of pointing in direction and trying to say something, but just in case you can't hear him, he does point for you to follow. And as you start to come out of the cloud line, I need everyone to roll me a perception check.
Okay. What's my perception now?
That is a +2.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the only skill proficiency.
yep, as we do.
It's not my night. I don't need a die roll, but it's not my night.
Oh, what is it?
Perception?
6 total.
Perception, yes.
That's a 15.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Was that
15.
15?
That's an 8.
All right. You're still kind of shook from almost, plummeting.
10.
It's kind of the same situation. So, those of you who at least got a 10, you can see something kind of gleaming. From down below, you can at least make out that there's a small village, but you can't make much detail past that. Anyone who got a 15 or above, so higher than a 14, you see a fairly strange shape. It looks like it was originally about the same size as the two dragons that were fighting in the cave. But it's definitely looks like it was a living creature, but has since been well taken apart.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Me going. Huh?
So, as you get closer, those of you who passed the initial check before landing, you can definitely make out at least the head, which is the only thing left intact, was a metal dragon head.
Oh.
Like metallic dragon?
Not a metallic dragon. Well,
So
yes,
just-
like a metallic dragon.
Like
yes.
a metallic dragon, but like a construct like we.
No.
No.
It's a metallic
No.
dragon.
Okay.
It is a actual species of dragon.
Okay.
You would be aware of this. It's kind of the, kind of like how white dragons are the weakest of the chromatics. This is kind of the weakest of the metallics. It's just straight like metal. Like their scales have been akin to steel.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
each of you land. You land, and each of you start to slide off either the big wing, like a inflatable slide off of an airplane.
I backflip.
Do what?
I backflip off.
Give me an acrobatics check.
I slap on my feet. Watch this thing. No, I don't.
Specifically gave it that extra roll to make sure.
No, because I have a +10. Even with just that
Yeah.
one, that's a
Jesus.
that's a 29.
Just remember, if you roll with your second bonus dice, I'm gonna count it.
That's the first one of the day.
Thank you for
free.
flying with Rotair
So-
Airlines. We appreciate your business. Please be sure to grab all your belongings and leave us a good review. If you leave us a bad review, I don't give a shit because I'm not going to read it and I'm not going to get transformed again.
I
Yeah.
translate.
Linus, do something violent.
You easily,
I translate.
you easily backflip off of this. Kind of you have to kind of backflip down his wing just
Yeah.
because of the height. But you are able to get down there pretty acrobatically.
Safe. And
Molly
then-
and John are helping Eddie slide down, and the artificer just kind of slides down just by sitting in like a kid on a slide. Just
I
gets
translate
up.
everything
Cool.
he just said on
Cool. So everybody's off my back now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm looking at you.
Linus, please hit him.
I'm nudging you with my head like, come on, get on with it.
I just
At this point, there is a small crowd of people forming around. Like the best that I can say, like the size of this like village, is roughly the size of like a small town square. For those of you at the table, kind of like Canyon Town Square,
Okay.
like just 1 or 2 blocks out. That's about the most buildings that you see.
Cool.
um
Yeah,
But there is
I'm
a
squawking
small
at you.
gathering of people kind of watching you.
go ahead and send him back.
Fine. And I.
Thing. As soon as it does, I'm like down, kissing ground. Oh, sweet ground. All right.
Please
first
remember not to smack the table.
no problem.
We have one camera that
I
actually
forgot.
requires the table to not move.
I forgot. I'm looking. I was like, first off, I am sorry about that. Second off, somebody else gets polymorph next time. That was bullshit. And yes, I know what I said.
He knows.
I
He knows.
Once.
Welcome to my village.
It's all
Hooray! Hooray! Who wants to help stop the end of the world now?
You get quite a few inquisitive looks.
Huh.
As again, you just turned from a Quetzalcoatlus to a
Yep.
Minotaur.
Magic.
Victorin, this is the part where you go and you
Do
use
see
your...
a few of them pulling weapons.
Victorin, this is the part where you use your silver tongue and get us the fuck out of this situation.
It was fine. It was just a spell. It was a powerful spell to transform him to get down the mountain faster.
And you're not going to have to roll because the artificer is going to corroborate your story and
Yeah.
they recognize him and trust him. Well, you wanted to see how we got the metal for that mechanism. As he then points to the, where you can see what essentially looks like a skeletal system that's kind of been preserved after meat and everything's been rendered from it, as well as a still intact head of a metal dragon.
So how'd that happen?
Well, it's quite a long story. We should probably head to the village primary building.
Alright, let's get to walking.
And the rest of the villagers kind of go back to the things they were doing beforehand.
Ooh.
A couple do follow as y'all head towards the primary building.
Ooh, good. I'm gonna hang back just a little bit to one of those villagers following and go, "Greetings. Do you know who that man is?" Pointing at the artificer.
The two who are following you, one looks to be like an orc. They're kind of well bound in like heavy clothing for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
One looks like an orc, at least from what you can see past the heavy heavy clothing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The other one looks to be human, or at least like a half human of some type. Again, with the heavy clothing, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can tell the difference between skin color.
Okay. Well,
Who do you talk to?
I'm gonna talk to you, Orc.
Okay. As you do, he just.
What is his name? His name is Okay. And I'm gonna look at the half elf and says, "Is his name?" And point at the orc.
No. He actually doesn't speak common.
Oh.
I think he was just trying to be polite.
What language do orcs speak?
Orcish.
Orcish.
Okay.
A Minotaur would understand that an
Okay.
orc speaks Orcish.
Cameron didn't know. That's why.
Yeah,
I
you're
was,
good.
Yeah.
You're good. That's why I'm giving you the answer instead of making you roll an intelligence check.
Fair enough. Okay. So I'm gonna go and be like, okay. Same question to you. Do you know that man? Pointing at the artificer.
Yes.
Do you know his name?
It's not important.
It's not important.
His name is not important.
His name is literally is not important.
Yes.
Cool. What is your name?
My what?
What is your name?
Are you still speaking in common?
Yes.
She looks to you and goes, I'm sorry. I'm still learning it myself.
I'm gonna go and I'm going to say I'm gonna go and speak in Abyssal, Dwarvish, and Minotaur, and go. How about this one? How about this one? How about
She
this
looks
one?
at you and goes, that's very impressive. I have no idea what you're asking me.
Have a good day. You're gonna keep walking.
As he falls back, I take it, I kind of nudge Victoria. It's like, you can make his tea taste like milk later, right?
Absolutely.
Mom?
I can hurt you with more than my fist, buddy.
Sir, those words hurt.
Bear in mind, you also have shit coming from. You insulted Azura's, man.
It was one bad roll, guys. I'm sorry.
You called him a thing.
She really be offending everyone today.
Listen,
I know.
I just figured out
Apparently.
I can make his coffee taste better after it tastes like shit. Now I can.
So,
Can't say that much.
as
That's
you
gonna
kind of
be-
approach, does anyone talk to the other ones following? There's other villagers kind of walking around in the square.
I'm just looking to see if there's like any. I mean, granted, I understand that we're newcomers, new people. People are evaluating us as much as we're evaluating them. But is there anyone that like drastically, like beyond just an inquisitive look, has like ill intent, like a look of ill intent?
First roll me a perception check, and if it's high enough, I'll let you just roll a general insight check.
Yeah, no. That's an 8.
8. Yeah, no, it's kind of hard to make heads or tails of their faces specifically, just because of the heavy clothing.
I could use some of these. I need a wardrobe change.
Beachwear.
You still have my cloak.
It hasn't been an hour yet, so you're not having to worry about it, but the chill is starting to set in as that, just the biting cold is kind of hitting through some of you without thicker cloaks.
I could use a bit of a wardrobe change. I'm not fit for this type of weather, as I've never been to this type of weather.
The artificer's going to look back at you, or not important, is going to look back at you and go, oh, well, don't worry, it's only a little ways up, and he's going to point forward as roughly about a 2-story building is in front of you. It looks made of cobbled together stones and what you would assume is a type of mortar that's been colored.
Okay.
And so, anyone else doing anything before you go into the building?
Nope.
Okay. So, as you go in, it looks to be
Step 4.
it looks to be at least well lit with a fireplace that's pretty well roaring. You see what could you could assume to be oil lanterns. They don't look to be magical in any sense. And if someone wants to make a smelt-based perception check, I can give you more information about some of the stuff that you might be able to see in this room. But
I can do
don't
just
get
a general
advantage
perception
on-
check, but I don't have.
I don't know.
Yeah.
how it is.
I'm saying smell because if you get advantage on smell, then
I don't
Thank you,
smell
man.
shit.
I got a
no, the bathroom's not on this floor.
19 and perception, you say?
Yes.
24.
Nice.
16.
Okay.
12.
What'd you get?
12.
12? No, that's fine.
14.
14? Yeah. So each of you kind of make out the smell of what you would assume what you would smell after cooking meat on a skillet or a grill or something. Essentially, you can tell the oil used in the lanterns is a type of like animal grease.
Is there
Sort of
anything
tallow.
special that I smell?
No,
Not
just
really.
that. Yeah. Just you can basically tell that these people aren't surviving off of what normal people with woodland resources or other resources
They have
to deal with.
resources.
They're having to survive off what the land can provide. And while it doesn't burn as nicely and it puts a lot of smoke in the air, it at least still produces light.
Fair enough.
So, which y'all would have gotten a kind of understanding as you were flying down the mountain for hundreds and hundreds of feet, and you maybe saw a sparse tree here and there.
We think we can get.
So, he looks to the other two, and does anyone speak Draconic?
I
Nope.
might.
Yo.
Hold on.
I think you
Okay.
do actually.
So, for those who do speak Draconic, you're going to hear him, first you're going to see him gesture to the other two in Draconic. He says if you could, if the two of you could please wait outside. And they both nod their head and they leave.
Alright. So is this room okay to talk in?
If we could go up to the second floor, that would
Alright.
be best.
I sure am glad that I stayed awake during my draconic third
Third
year
year.
classes.
3,000 level classes of Draconic. So, as you make your way up to the second floor, you notice that it is almost kind of like a studio apartment. There's no extra walls. It's all one big floor plan. The one thing that you do notice, just as it would have been a little bit harder noticing it on the first floor, hence even though you made perception checks, none of you got high enough to see it from there. But as you get up to the second floor, you can notice that there's extra supports that were built into the wall ceiling and then the flooring under here. As you can essentially tell that the floor here is thicker than the floor on the first floor. As it feels almost like heavy concrete. He looks to each of you and goes, well, as his form starts to change. And standing in front of you, similar sheen to what you saw outside, is a metal dragon.
That explains a few things.
The one who sacrificed himself for us, and he's speaking in common to you. The one who sacrificed himself was my predecessor.
Sacrificed himself. As in, killed himself so you could.
Provided the metal for us to find a way to fight a stronger dragon. Yes.
Well then. Alright.
I turn to him. My apologies.
It's okay. You almost took me out of my form 2 times.
I don't know whether I should take that as a compliment or not.
That is definitely Gloria's compliment.
I don't
I assume not.
But again, I am sorry.
Apology accepted. Just don't punch me again, please.
Let me see.
Thank you. I gave you a pass. Both times. because of the monk order you're a part of. And if Kyle heard that I killed someone from it,
Yeah, can we like Nat tell him about that, please?
I'm keeping that table.
as long as you help keep the world from ending, you have a promise.
Well, the Gold Dragon King of Drake is status unknown.
Sucked into a giant black hole. That used to be the second sun.
Huh?
Yes, this bright golden sun that was above the city got corrupted by some sort of tiefling.
We
Uh,
hate her from
Yeah,
what she
yeah.
was telling me, but she didn't tell me about the king.
Yeah.
Well, we tried to explain all that now. Things were a little bit hurried earlier. So, do you want to start at the beginning?
Just-
You look like
Hold
you
on.
had a lot on your mind.
and he is going to pick up his hand and with one of his claws touch it directly to your forehead.
Dunk.
And almost like you're watching a movie of the stuff you've seen in your real life. It's almost like it flashes in front of you.
Bored now, reading your mind.
Yeah, pretty much. You can choose to resist it if you'd like.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, and he stops essentially just after you show up to Rock.
Gotcha. Wait, show to rock.
Arrived at Rock.
Okay.
The
So
port
he's
city.
seeing
Oh,
the
he's
children
he
are
went
assholes.
backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was seeing what all you've seen since you came here.
Gotcha.
He was trying. You could get the hint that he's not trying to be intrusive of your personal
Gotcha.
memories. So
And,
he
and
kind
I
of
saw, and
stopped there.
I saw everything go through as well, right?
Yep.
I'm like, ugh.
He's seeing the children are assholes.
Essentially, you're
I
seeing it
kind
as
of
a
hope that girl
POV.
did not survive.
You're seeing it as a POV. So
Gotcha.
Just like you would have just normally walking.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, now that we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been quite a lot.
So, the part with the ring?
And with this, he's turning back into his human form. Human.
Yeah. So, about that ring now.
Yeah, what I told you before was still what happened.
Cool.
Just a traveling woman who seemed lost in the mountains, or at least hiking with minimal gear. Asked for refuge for the night due to a blizzard, and she essentially rewarded our kindness with what looked to be a valuable ring. This was years ago, though. It was the ring I used to propose to my wife.
Fair enough.
Was your wife also a dragon, or was she a human?
She was a dragon, yes.
Interesting.
And I just kind of like, sorry. I just kind of like, it's like, you know, kind of like, yeah, he lost his wife and kid to the fuckhead. You had to bring that up.
I'm just curious.
You would also know, being from the Draconic Temple, that metal dragons are kind of known as the more quirky ones. And when I say quirky, they tend to like to gain experience as different types of humanoids, people. Most of them prefer living as humans, but some of them will try a different experience. But that's kind of like the base knowledge. If you want to do a wisdom check real quick, I can kind of tell you a bit more as you. But that's the base knowledge that you know, is that they kind of like to basically play the
Is that
Sims.
Nope, that's not cocked.
26 within that 20.
So essentially, you would know as you're kind of, if I don't know if you're kind of explaining this to Victorin, it's kind of the here's the insensitivity of your question.
Yes, yes, I'm doing that
Uh,
because he's so educated us on the ways of the world and etiquette. It's payback time.
-1 in wisdom, motherfuckers.
So, essentially, as you're getting this lecture from Linus, And
Short now,
not
minus.
important is just kind of looking down, just listening to this. You find out that they like to basically play out roles as different humanoids, humans, orcs, half elves, what have you, in an attempt to essentially gain as much experience on this mortal plane as they can, because each time they die, they are judged by Bahamut himself, and if they were deemed to have enough experience gained, then they are allowed to pass on to essentially Bahamut's realm, so their version of heaven, and they can stop their cycle of constant reincarnation. The only thing that stops it, and this would be a big emphasis that you would tell the Victorian, is if it's an unnatural death. Meaning that their soul then goes to limbo.
Well then.
Well, I guess you learn something new every day.
So yeah.
So
Apologies.
there's no telling how many lifetimes he spent, but it's one of those things that Linus would more than likely emphasize the fact of asking him about his wife, who he knows is in purgatory, as well as, reminding him wife, and then they had a daughter.
That's also in purgatory.
Yep.
Shit.
And he's just gonna kind of solemnly stand there for a second and go,
I did not mention
Yep.
that in character.
No. After Linus is like, he's watching Linus kind of scold Victorian for a second there because it's nice. Last few interactions he's had with Linus was being punched in the face, so it's kind of nice seeing him defending him. So it's like, all right.
You know him that much at least.
Apologies.
It's not every day you get to punch a dragon
Accepted.
twice.
Wasn't aware.
And live, yeah, that's right.
And live, yeah.
Technically, I did it yesterday.
Even a
but it
metal
was
dragon
mechanical.
can still mess up a human or a humanoid.
Alright, so now you know the full story. We know your story. Now let's talk about the giant elephant in the room. What do we do about the ring?
Excellent question.
Um,
Has it by now it must have attuned to you. Do you feel any different?
Not really. Just
Really, how? Like,
Do you feel hungry?
Do you feel any different?
I'm fine.
so there's no magic or anything. Just
Not.
it's
You don't feel like you have God-killing punches available now?
That'd be very nice, yeah.
That would be yes.
No.
In step 10.
I
Try
am not. I am not your step 10. Okay.
try something.
Should she be doing that inside?
And I looked to the metallic dragon.
I am not a 10. I'm barely a 3.
Could you
I already
like
passed step 3.
cast identify?
So
that
you,
by
you are a
chance?
10. Shut up.
And when I cast Identify on it before, it was
She's not quite hairy enough for my liking. but-
just a basic ring. I always check everything before I just slide something on my wife's finger.
Oh,
When I
yeah.
slide it on my wife's finger.
It's
Well, there are other options. Pulls out Warhammer.
Don't fucking smash it, you twit.
You are gonna feel a jolt into your head. You can try to resist it if you want. You're gonna hear.
This is a familiar jolt, is it not?
Yes.
Okay.
A very familiar jolt.
Don't you dare.
I can communicate back with him, right?
Yep.
Well, what are we supposed to do? You said find the thing. We found the thing. Now what do we do with the thing?
I told you I could get you to it. I don't know what it does. But if you dare smash the only thing that I have connecting me to my wife.
Well, that's the thing. She's alive maybe now, so maybe that's not the only thing. We confirmed that she was here,
I
alive.
can't hear anything.
Do not know if that was her. There's multiple existences where multiple different combinations of things can happen all at once.
Yes, and all of them appear to have the exact same brain that you did.
I'm not going to argue probability with a bull.
Oh, because I'm bald-headed?
Your words, not mine.
We don't hear anything. All we see is
All we see is
gesticulating.
rotating.
smiling.
Because remember, What I've told people is whenever it's psychic, you touch your head.
You touch your
hands
head
to
and it's
You've been
mental.
saying all of this out loud.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, so stop pantomiming. It's literally you're hearing one side of a conversation going on right now.
I'm hearing
Oh,
both
this-
sides, aren't I?
You're hearing both sides.
As a fellow psychic, I'm literally going,
You have an inkling of what's going on.
I already been just going, I'm just gonna stare right now and
I
go,
feel like we're missing out on something.
you're missing a lot, actually.
You are.
No, it's really
It's
just
funny.
some guy getting over some problems.
Let me guess.
You're one to talk.
Ooh.
Where are you looking at this time, Robert?
Looking up into the sky, he's in your brain.
I know. I'm just looking up, just up and to the right.
You're gonna hear him. You're gonna hear him say, "How personally do you want to make this? Do not destroy my wife's ring. There has to be something else it's good for."
All right. As soon as you have an idea, please let Evangeline know.
I will.
Get out of my head.
Are you knocking on your own head?
I'm just doing this, like just literally that.
Trying to brush him out.
Yeah, just like let me make it loud and annoying for you in there now.
You know that's not how this works.
No, I don't. I'm about to
I literally say the same thing. That's not how this works.
It's really not.
I just
How
kind
do
of
you
said
hang
it at
up?
the same time.
Yeah, we
so-
say it at the exact same time.
Yeah.
I say it so it's like,
How do you hang up?
you don't.
You don't.
You've accepted me into your mind. I leave when I choose to.
Unless you're like me. But you're not me, so.
Thank God.
I just
Which one?
My,
Mine.
I just
I
wave
leave.
my hair. Just,
And as you do, or as he leaves your brain, like your mental state, at the moment, he's saying it kind of forcefully, like with a bit of upset in his voice. You find yourself involuntarily casting thaumaturgy as a door slams from the other side of the room at the same time as he says he's leaving.
Wait, I just like feel a door slam or the door.
No,
No,
you
the
actually
door
hear the
s-
door slam.
I slam the door.
fuck you and see you tomorrow.
How do you stunned that guy? What the horrible roommate he must be.
I'm
Rude.
How is it rude?
Can we get back to the actual
Yes.
things
so rude.
Yes.
instead of you
That was quite rude.
jumping around and shit?
I was seated the whole time.
No.
Anyways, I do apologize if you had any difficulty talking with my village people. Most of them are fairly newly reborn, so it does take time for them to relearn common.
That explains.
Alright.
You would know this.
Yes.
After I just explained. the
Yeah,
reincarnation
it's
cycle.
just like, so everybody here is a dragon?
Yes.
That's cool.
We prefer the cold climates of the high altitude, and we'd rather not step on the toes of the higher up metallics. So we take the leftover lands they allow us to keep.
It's just
You
like
just
a-
see a big smile creep across Linus's face.
I just
That's
want
why they kind of accepted everything that was said. They saw your temple clothing. Kyle visits at least once a year to say hello to the new reincarnations.
I just
So
want-
we could have flown on your back this whole time, is what you're telling me.
To be fair, I did punch him.
I didn't want to. Well, first I didn't want to break character, as I'm trying to make it to heaven, as you were just informed. So thank you for that unnecessary outrage in front of me.
It's not outrageous.
After reminding me of my
frustrated
wife and
myself.
child. Secondly, I
I'm
was
just-
punched and knocked unconscious twice. I'd be more than happy to see you splat.
I'm just in the background going.
And you chose, out of everyone in your party, the one who is the most set to the earth, a walking bull.
He volunteered.
He's got a point.
Then again, there are a lot of others of us. He has a point.
Yes,
as well.
please. Which one of you has flying experience?
I don't know, at least the one who may have read about flying aviation, the mechanics of flying. Someone who grew up in a dragon temple, maybe.
Just looking around. Just like, yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah, flying. It's flying.
Oh, that sounds fairly familiar.
Fine,
Linus, I
nice.
believe you're one of those, isn't it?
Someone who may have known how at least dragons fly.
I mean, is there a fireplace nearby?
There
Yeah,
is.
maybe.
I'm just crouched.
I'm just like, yeah, because I need that.
Because of the room, how it's mainly built of really sturdy material, the room is pretty well heated across.
I'm just gonna be crouched near the fire. Huh, Linus, I feel like that's describing you quite well, isn't it?
I mean, we got a big temple network. It could be anybody.
Well,
Out of our group?
Considering the group we have is quite small, Linus.
Perry! I'm petting Perry.
How is that wine?
I didn't get a chance to because I was mostly unconscious, but where'd you find the giant platypus?
Um,
Weren't you all in a cave?
yeah, he
That's where I
was
found it.
buried under the ice.
Yeah, it was actually inlaid into the ice behind the
He's quite attached to me.
white dragon's nest.
His name is Perry.
I'm glad that the ice sheet they normally freeze their food in was strong enough for him not to die. More than likely, he was being saved as food for the would-be newborns.
Yeah.
Back to the subject of towns. So, saving
Yes,
the world.
Destruction of the world.
No. Saving of the world. Because that is what we're going to do.
Haven't we even thought of step 5 yet?
We're only on step 4.
So,
Got out of the cave. Find the thing. Grab the thing. Figure out what the thing
Yes,
is. We're on step 4.
yes, your multi-step plan that you're making along the way.
It's a 10 step.
That's how it happens.
Um,
Those are the best plans. The plans you make up on the
Even
fly.
Let-
though
let me
step
ask
2
this.
is impossible.
Let me ask you this: you had almost all of your party die to a mechanical dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and you're expecting to kill an entity that, if not killed them, took down multiple high-powered metallic dragons.
we take what we can get.
What was the phrase? Win or die trying? I'm going to die if I don't do anything. So I might as well die trying, or I'm going to win. Either way.
Is there? Let's put it. Step 10 is still a work in progress, mostly because it's
All of
unattainable.
the steps. All of the steps are a work in progress, to be fair.
To be fair, but
To be fair.
the thing
To
of
be
it
fair.
is there any way we can take and push him back into his realm? Can we close the portal?
Step 9.
That's the main thing. Just because
I have never heard of this deity until today,
It's fair.
and
If
I've
it's-
lived over 100 lifetimes, and I have yet to have heard of Hader, as I've heard it called.
All right, so there's got to be something taking and pulling this thing through. Otherwise,
The tiefling.
exactly. So
There was a tiefling mentioned.
I also remember from
Yes, a tiefling
what
bitch.
you've heard that the Temple of Plutus was an issue, and you're gonna hear inside your brain, like I was trying to tell them.
yeah, Goopy Boy was really helpful.
You're gonna feel a pain
Fine.
in your mind. Are you gonna
Fine.
resist it?
No,
No.
my turn.
He's taking the swing before he starts.
First of all,
Yup.
listen here.
He's,
Yep, here we go.
he's not gonna say anything, but he's gonna find a deep-rooted, embarrassing moment in your life, and then just put it on replay for a few minutes,
Okay.
and then leave.
That was pretty terrible. I hate you.
When he
Thanks,
freezes.
anxiety.
Linus, why are you getting red?
Hey, Evangeline,
Yeah.
your brother's a dick.
Thank you.
He doesn't need to get so short-tempered with me.
Do we hear Evangeline laughing?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not like this.
I'm just laughing. Giving it.
No, he's not in your brain.
He's not my brain?
No.
I'm
He
giggling.
basically walked in, hit play on your most embarrassing moments collection 2022,
Yep.
and
And
then just
slam
left.
the door shut.
Okay.
Do I slam the door shut as well?
This time he doesn't voluntarily do it. He doesn't want
Alright.
anything to interrupt the marathon.
I'm giggling and just like high five. High five. On a short temper.
He's just gonna make what would sound like a clap inside your brain. Just
Mental high five. Yes.
I feel like I missed out on something. I was crouched near the fire, by the way.
Oh, so that's a first for you, Mr. Psychic or Mrs. Psychic Linked.
Do you want in on this?
Alright, so what's the next step? We have a ring that we don't know what we can do with, besides, taking and, not really doing anything other than taking and being an heirloom.
Smashing is something more and more like a
So-
opportunity.
How long? I'm gonna look at the
Let
dragon.
me check it again.
I'm gonna look at the dragon while I
Alright.
check.
If you want.
How long does it take to make
Just
one of those?
hand me your hand.
Mechanic.
And then I start doing an Arcana check on the ring as I'm holding on to her hand.
okay. Just keep in mind, an Arcana check isn't like detect magic
I
or
know.
identify. You're just checking. You've already checked it
Can
with
I check
Arcana.
it again?
It has the ability of holding magical properties.
So I can't do another
It
Arcana?
does not
No,
tell him exactly what magical properties it could
that would be
contain.
identify.
Which I don't think any of
I
us have.
don't have that yet.
No. And I just asked,
Maybe it's the same
I
thing.
just asked him if, if when he identified it, if there was anything other than that.
Yeah, no, all I have is this spell and I can't use it. Well, actually I can, but
I mean, I don't think that time is more the issue as it is they use
if I wasn't at the higher
one of their
level,
own
then I might be able to
as
get it.
material components for building that thing, Stella.
So, it took a few years. I and my people started working on it, well, at least the ones who decided to try to become artificers or some form of mechanic in their personas. I started working on it not long after the last most devastating raid from the White Dragon.
There goes that plan.
It's possessed.
Nice.
It's possessed.
It's unloaded.
So, he
As
does
we
kind of
start
go
to
into
the real
detail
world.
that part of the reason it takes so long is it's a mix of
Harry right there.
both artificy and technically necromancy.
So,
The gem that you were trying to strike at was the beating heart of his predecessor.
Cool.
That's what was fueling it. That's why when you cast Dispel Magic, it messed with the artificy in it, but it had a living heart. So it forced itself back into running again.
A pacemaker.
That's why it only flickered when you cast Dispel Magic.
interesting.
Fair enough.
Alright, so another question. You do not have identify, you said, correct?
I do.
Oh, you do have identify.
Your friend asked me if I tried
Okay.
to do anything like identify on the ring whenever I got it.
Oh, right, right. Do the other reincarnations here? Do any of them know any very high level cleric spells?
I don't believe we had anyone who wanted to come back as a cleric. The closest thing that we may have is there's a person who's practicing druid magic, but no clerics.
The reason I ask, and excuse me, Strella, reaching the bag of holding, pulls out the arm. It's like, we'd like to be able to reattach this.
I'm going, huh?
It's still wrapped up in a blanket, remember?
Yeah, but I'm sure you can see like a finger hanging out or something.
He gets the general idea, considering he was there to see the arm ripped off.
Yup.
Yeah.
So he's like, not to mention, saw y'all put it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know that can reattach it like that. The one practicing druidism, again, has only been in that state for maybe 5 months at the most.
Fantastic. Alright.
So not very high level spellcaster.
Not many know. Most of us try to live a ordinary person's life. While adventuring is fun, sometimes you also have to humble yourself. So we can't always come back as great adventurers trying to wander the land.
Alright, so we have an item that we don't know how to use to go up against the god that we cannot kill, all while on a time crunch while waiting for the world to end. Anybody have any useful ideas? Because I'm out. Well, I have one idea, but apparently I can't do that.
Victorian.
What's your idea?
I hold up the hammer.
Victorian, it's been 24 hours, do we have any new message, or did we send a message to Asa here?
To pull it out.
No new message as of yet, but it is to be at least understandable considering last time you messaged them, they were just barely able to take back the port of Rock.
Correct.
What did we send last time?
Was that a week ago?
On our way to
The
find out.
fall of Lung.
They,
You what?
so what?
The last message we sent to them was about the fall of Lung and traveling north.
No, to
No,
Dragul.
We sent one after the fall of Dragul, so.
Yeah.
So
we
we
also
were heading
sent
to
one
the
that we
north-
were headed north
northwest.
to
oh, so
Portal,
yeah,
here.
okay.
Warm
So
So we could probably.
found MacGuffin, don't know how to use it. Is that what we want to send next?
Pretty much, that's about the only other thing. Found item we're looking for. Awaiting next steps.
Maybe Wormtoll, so he'll give him our location.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out.
We only have 10
we'll-
words to send a message.
To who?
to
Our contact in the guild.
We've been trying to keep him updated.
Is that this Asair person?
Yes.
Yeah,
When did we mention that name?
I just
you
You
did.
just did.
And also, he would have seen it in your
Your
thoughts.
memories, remember?
Yeah.
He
Oh.
stopped once you got to
Yeah.
Rogue, so he doesn't know his face, but he's heard y'all mention it.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. Yes, that'd be Asier, our handler, as it were.
About yay tall, human, shaggy brown hair, normally likes to wear plate mail.
Yes, that
Yes.
sounds exactly like.
He a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say friend, but he comes through the mountains every once in a while. Says it's for training. He stops here for the night every once in a while whenever he is trekking the mountain.
When was the last time he was through here?
About a year ago?
Then again, he's probably down.
He's
right,
in
he's probably
Rock
in Will
now.
right now.
They just took my book, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, him. Why? Do you have an ability to send him a longer worded message?
I mean, I've seen him before and I know
Yeah.
what he looks like and sounds like, so I can
Yeah.
send a message for you if you'd like. You don't have to count your fingers.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
Here, and he's gonna reaching forward. Who wants to send the message?
I'll send it.
Yeah.
Mr.
He
Silver Tongue.
puts the palm of his hand on your forehead, wrapping his fingers around the rest of your head.
Oh.
He goes, "Give me a moment." Okay. You send your message, and he'll be able to hear it.
Asier, Victor. We made it to Wormtool. We've found the item we're looking for. Unfortunately, we don't know what it does quite yet, but we're awaiting the ability to figure that out. But for now, all is well.
We're waiting for the orders.
We're awaiting further orders, sir.
And it takes a second, but you do get a response. Ah, it's been a while since I've heard your voice. How are you, Victoria?
Well. I don't know how this works!
Running for this spell slot.
No, so essentially what happens is this is...
I wasn't expecting
continual-
a
It's
response.
an 8th level spell that he's casting.
Okay.
He's a dragon.
Well, yeah, but
It's like I wasn't expecting a response back, like, for me to answer.
Where's that charisma?
If...
Listen, I got surprised!
Austin had a surprise round. Well,
When you're calling to leave a message, they pick up the phone instead. Oh!
What the fuck?
You're not supposed to answer.
glad to find that you're doing well. As far as the magic item goes, we didn't even know there was one.
Neither did we.
Progress.
Keep a hold of it. Investigate as you can. We have at least set a steady forward camp here at Rock. And we're working on relieving as many of the refugees as we can. Just be careful and update me once you've found more information.
Absolutely. And glad everything in Rock is starting to turn around.
Oh, yes. Well, anything else to report?
Nothing further as of yet.
Killed the white dragon.
Do you say that in character?
I mean, I couldn't hear that if I wanted to.
Fair enough.
That's not relevant.
We killed the dragon.
We did, but that's not relevant.
Someone else killed a dragon, and I helped.
We also have a new platypus.
You could technically say you helped a metal dragon kill a white dragon, and it's
We
not
helped the dragon.
lying.
We helped the dragon, but we also punched his face in.
Wait.
Well, one of us did.
But he then says, if there's nothing more to tell, then
Gave some assistance to a local
take care, and I look forward to getting a message from you soon regarding research.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Make sure to take care of your complexion. With that, you feel like a hang up.
Damn!
Were we saying it, please? Daddy? Sorry.
Daddy,
Daddy?
sorry.
Daddy?
Sorry.
Are they talking about the father?
Well, at least,
Or go back to sleep.
things are starting to turn around in Rock, sounds like. Well, I'll report back once we can figure out what this ring does, but,
So we're stuck here.
unfortunately for now.
Do we have...
We can at least give you some form of transport down the mountain. You don't have to be stuck here.
Some clothes would be nice too.
Yes, I can provide you with some clothing.
Wonderful.
Is there any, given the fact that you all have so much experience with your past lives and everything, have you...
Well, so I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay.
You know that each time they get reincarnated, they remember faint tidbits of their past life, but to make room for the new life without
So you forget
hesitation,
some.
most of it's forgotten.
Right. What was I thinking?
Okay, so I just
No,
wanted
no,
to.
no, no, no,
Your
you're good,
character
you're
would
good,
know
you're
this, so I'm just trying to.
No, you're good, you're good. Like, do you have, like, during the lives that you lead, do you, like, carry any archives of knowledge, or, I mean, I know that this is a harsh environment, but do you have, like, a library or something that you might be able to take and get some more information on all of this, like, because, I mean, we would go to Dragul, but,
It's kind of
Purple's
hard to
kinda-
get paper or any form of
that's fair.
parchment to write things on up here, let alone spend the money we do make on frivolous things such as books.
That's right.
That's part of the reason it takes some of us so long to learn Common.
Alright.
We can only speak Draconic through them.
True, but
That would more than likely allow you to speak with most of the people here.
alright. So what's the plan, guys? We're on a time crunch.
The only other city would be, and I hate to say this, but it would be what's the other city?
Wormtool?
No,
Or which one?
the
Hold on, let me see.
Oh.
Looking it up now.
Oh.
Same.
starts with the C.
Dang it. My map got faded.
No.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that.
Just like
Yeah.
memories.
That's one.
Or
Creek?
Crickbridge.
Crickridge.
Bridge, yeah.
I hate to
Bridge.
say
Isn't that,
this, but
isn't
the
that where
only
you're banned?
There we go.
the only city that we haven't been to, and
You're not allowed to go there.
I'm not technically unallowed to go there. It's just I don't want to go.
Well, I mean,
Got it,
if
got
you need to
it.
go to a major city, there is at least Wormtool.
I thought this was
I thought this
Wormtool.
was one.
No.
Okay then.
Wormtool.
So, Where are we?
You would have
exactly?
seen Wormtool as you're coming up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So
The big
Okay,
city
yeah.
that
oh,
faces
that's
the
right,
mountain.
because
Yep.
this is a
It
village.
was off to the, and we were.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
now
yes,
we're
Wormtool.
Did we just give Alcyon the wrong information again?
I mean, technically no.
Technically, no, because we can be there.
Yeah.
We can't be
Alright
there.
then, so Wormtool?
I swear we're the
Wormtool
worst
would
at
be the-
venturing and giving directions and locations where we're at.
We,
I'm seriously the
Yes,
only one who can do it because I
that's-
have nature.
Hey, I think I do too.
we will. I have nature too.
And no, I have survival, sorry.
But yes, no. Wormtool actually is. I think where we're supposed to be heading anyway.
Better than anywhere else we have.
Okay, I have
Do you,
survival. I don't have
do you know if Wormtool has a Temple of Plutus there?
No, I don't believe so. I believe the only temple that we have there is of the Golden Dragon. The people who worship Plutus tend to not want to stay in resource-poor environments.
Yeah, they seem kind of like assholes.
For the most part, from what I've seen, yes.
Yeah, judgmental, racist assholes.
Although that
Except for that
Crack
one guy.
character.
Yeah, except.
who's-
Oh, you know Crack? Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, but yeah, no, he was cool.
Gotta hope he survived.
Yeah, so alright. But
What?
know nothing.
it's better.
I will choke
Zane doesn't know whether he's alive or dead.
you. I don't yet.
Yeah, no, if we could,
Just like y'all.
yeah, if we could, bother to take and possibly get some, you know, maybe like another layer of insulation to get down the mountain.
But like I
Yeah,
told your wrapped friends,
yeah.
obviously for coin, but we can provide you
Yeah,
with heavy
absolutely.
clothing. That way you can withstand the cold for at least multiple hours at a time.
And then, yeah, so I guess we need to make our way to Wormtool then.
Let's do it.
Alright,
Uh,
first the cloaks and then Wormtool.
Yep.
We have a seamstress who lives towards the second layer. Let me say layer. On the outskirts of our town. As well as, if you need, you can also rent sled with sled dogs to help you get across the snow a little bit faster.
It's fucking cold.
You would at least need to rent, especially with your big Yetkin friend back there, even with the weight he's lost. The two centaurs, and the giant platypus, and your party, I would say at least 3 sleds.
If we were flying, how long would it take?
Roughly, I would say about a day if you were flying.
About a day.
That's if you're being careful about the wind gusts, as winds do like to creep their way up the mountain.
Right.
How do you
Roll
feel
down.
about heights, Linus?
Where the hell do you think I'm
Fate knew I would be afraid of heights, so it made me the shortest thing I could be.
Still flies?
Technically, no, because gnomes
Yeah,
are
I know
smaller.
there's gnomes and stuff.
But
I'm gonna need a snort of that gnome farts before we get started.
Let's go, bro.
We still have the bag.
I know we do.
We have a lot of drugs.
We have
You
that
still
bag
have the
that you-
bag, and then you still have the.
And you still have the bag that you swipe for me.
And
He's
I
not salty. Not at all.
Not at all. Only enough
We
for
only
my-
use it for emergencies.
only enough for my margaritas.
You were told by the kobold to only use it for emergency.
But yeah. All right. Let's go.
It would be helpful to know what's in it, though.
Let's go get let's go get stuff. And it's like, all right, guys, come on, let's go.
Are y'all saying this all in character, by the way?
No.
Like,
No.
talking
He
about the
doesn't know
drugs?
about. He doesn't know about the
No.
one I swiped.
Okay.
No one knows that I swiped
There
it.
was no character voices being used. It was not in character.
No one even knew it except for maybe Eddie.
I'm gonna be the Reeve here.
Eddie probably does know about the drugs because he
Real
was
quick.
there.
Victorin,
Yes.
make me a wisdom check real quick.
Oh boy.
Wisdom check.
Yes.
Give me the
How
minus
fucked
one.
are ya?
Come on. Let's go.
That's walking roll.
It's
not bad, it's not bad.
It's a 15.
A 15. Okay. So, actually no, I shouldn't have had you do it. Strella, make me a wisdom check. Sorry. That was a good roll.
With a minus one.
It was a 16 on the die.
That's a 12.
12?
Mine was better.
But I forgot you know about it because of meta knowledge. You're the only one currently holding on to it. Everyone else thinks it was a bag of caltrops. That's enough to get the idea of you don't know what's in the bag. You've been afraid to open it, and you have someone
I actually
currently in the
don't know
room
what's
that
in
can cast identify.
You had the MacGuffin all along.
Fuck off.
It was a MacGuffin.
It was a gnome
all
fart bomb.
along, but
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna like slowly slide behind Rook real quick, and then I'm gonna hit the dragon with it, like into his head. And I'm gonna
Alright. Give me a general stealth.
Good fucking luck.
against the dragon, motherfucker.
I'm not
Well,
trying to hide
no,
myself
against
from the
y'all.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And then give me a disadvantage roll because you're hiding physically behind the wall.
The other one.
So what was the without a disadvantage?
The one without the disadvantage?
Yes. Because that's going to be for everybody else. It's disadvantage because you're trying to use roll to hide from roll.
That's gonna be like 16. That was 16.
16 without the disadvantage?
Without disadvantage.
With the disadvantage?
Oh. Oh, sorry.
You rolled the d20 one time.
Yeah,
What
you
did you
rolled
roll
a 3.
first?
No, that was a 3 and then plus. That was a 4, right?
It was a 3 on the die plus your 3.
So that was 6. That's 16. Yeah.
Okay.
That was disadvantage.
Okay, so that was the 3 was the lowest of the rolls?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so it's 16 for everybody.
Oh.
So does anyone have a 17 or higher passive perception?
Nope.
I have a 15.
I'm pretty sure Linus does.
I think
Let me see. Nope, still 16.
Oh.
So yeah, you just barely beat out his passive perception.
Roll
And
don't
then
see
roll,
shit.
Yeah, roll doesn't see anything.
He's right behind me. The only place I couldn't see.
Darn, I can't turn around.
You good? You good? So,
I can't turn around
yeah,
without
you
this
connect to him, and
thing.
he's
Turn
he
around.
looks like he gets hit and he notices you. His passive perception is higher than a 16.
Yeah.
And he's gonna look at you and kind of nod his eyes down, up and down to you. So you can tell you're trying to hide behind the Minotaur.
And then I'm gonna hit him with like a quick link, just right into his head.
Okay. He doesn't resist.
Hello. Would
Hello.
you mind identifying something for me real quick? My friends don't know about it because I swapped it from our halfling friend as a joke.
I'm 100% okay with this.
Yes, but I don't want to know. It's been kind of a thing that I've kept, and I don't know what it is. I'm too scared. All I know is that a kobold told me use it for emergencies, and there hasn't been an emergency so far that I've seen.
A kobold?
A kobold, yes. He was selling us drugs.
That makes it a little more believable. Okay. What would you like me to do? The reason you're telling me this?
You said identify.
Can you identify?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna like shuffle it a little bit, and just.
I have to touch it to identify it.
And then I'm just gonna. And then I'm gonna head towards the train.
Just very sneakily be like,
No, not even that. I get out of stealth and everyone can see me.
Okay. Yeah, you see Strella just kind of sidestep from behind you.
Oh, Strella, what are you doing there?
Oh, you didn't notice me?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
that's unfortunate? Really?
Notice me senpai.
Check your bag. Make sure you have your coins.
Is that you said that?
I said that as I'm walking away.
Everything's there.
Everything is there. Yes.
Okay, so you just walk up to him.
Yes, and I'm gonna take out.
Careful about scooting.
Yeah.
Yep.
The bag. Just like
Are you not stealthily trying to do it at all?
well, kind of.
Sleight of hand.
Because you don't want Linus to see it, apparently.
Yeah.
Not apparently.
That is a. That's an 11.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think everyone but Victorin sees you.
No, I even see this.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
I'm just going.
Passive of 12, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. At least you can see. I don't got expertise in sleight of hand.
Oh,
Working on it.
We're working on it.
Also, Dad, if you ever see this, remember, you were a sailor. Don't get upset about the language.
It'd be like that.
So, yeah, everyone notices you pulling out the sack that you
Isn't
didn't
that,
swipe from Linus.
isn't that,
It has the marking and everything.
Yep, I have it and everything's fine. And then I give Linus a side look. All you see is just my cheeks just going.
that's from, yeah, I thought so. That was yours, wasn't it?
I take and I leave.
Okay. You go to open the door and give me a strength contest as the door goes to slam shut back on you. As Evangeline, you feel an involuntary urge to cast thaumaturgy.
Wait, do I need to
So
cast
straight
this or
string?
roll as well?
no, you don't.
No.
You know.
Okay.
Unless you want to resist it, I guess.
No.
Do what?
Just straight string.
Yeah, essentially the
because
door
it's
slams
funny.
back on you. It's
15.
a DC 10. So
15.
yeah, 15, yeah. You keep it from shutting on you.
And it just slams behind him.
Yeah, as he walks out.
It's not my fault he didn't have sticky fingers like I did.
That's not something to be proud of.
Oh, it is for me.
It really isn't.
I'm proud of you.
It's in my job description to have one.
Okay, and what are you doing with it?
Well, we're gonna check and make sure what this is before we do something really stupid. So,
Haven't
if
you
you would-
already done enough stupid shit already?
well, prevention is always a good thing.
We've not done that yet.
We just sort of.
I'm gonna go ahead and hand it to him. Just
He takes it. He's in a humanoid form, so he's same height as you.
Yep.
So, everything okay, Mel?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my drink.
Trying to get the loudest thing out of your
Listen,
bag?
it's on the bottom.
Okay.
It's tangled.
Babe.
I'm tangled.
Why'd you put your trash back in the bag before grabbing the thing that you're wanting to grab out
apparently,
of it?
wisdom -1 is also in real life. Wisdom -1 in real life too.
Oh.
Do you want the D4 or the D8 psychic damage?
D8.
That's
That's
a
a
D8.
D8.
No.
So, as you hand it to him, he takes it. And,
That's a 12.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
so, he takes it and
Stop it. I'm already dead.
in Undercommon, which, again, I think the only one who speaks Undercommon here is Evangeline. So everyone else is just going to hear him speaking something, and Evangeline's just going to say, "What is hidden shall be shown." And he didn't cast Identify. You haven't tried opening this, correct?
Nope.
That's good. It is a bag of hurricane winds. If you open this, a massive gust of wind will come out. Think of it like a geyser, except instead of water, it's wind. So be careful where you open this. And he hands it back.
Is it directional or is it?
From what I can tell, it's more than likely is directional from wherever you open the bag.
Wonderful. This will be useful someday. See, now we won't have to figure out what happens. I should probably give this back to Linus, but at a later date.
You should.
But you're not going to.
Not yet. He's not in the room.
Here, hold on. Let me see it. Oh yeah. Okay. He goes, okay. As a sign of me forgiving you.
He's
I'm glad they're with
Oh, that's right.
He left.
Yeah.
So, as a sign of my forgiveness for him, and he's gonna kind of look and goes, I think he's upset with you.
Yes, I figured.
You seemed the next closest to him, at least. At least physically.
I'm just gonna go.
Remember, if you don't tell me a standing position, I just take this as your
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
position. If you could next, as you see him, give that to him.
Oh,
Thank you. Well,
The seamstress, I suppose. I could use some new
is
clothes.
there anything else I can do for you while you're here? I don't know where your friend went, but
That's where I was going.
okay.
I was waiting for a time to interject.
Sorry.
You're good. I just don't want to.
So yeah, as you get down to the first floor at this point, you would go out the front doors and you would see the orc and the half elf look to you, and the orc, and then the half elf. Good hello. As you walk past them.
That's so cute. Good hello.
I take in.
bidet.
Bidet.
But
Oh.
they,
Wrong series. I take and reply in Draconic. Good morning.
oh, and the half elf goes, oh, good morning. And the half orc, or not half orc, the orc goes, take care.
You as well.
Are you gonna ask them where the seamstress is? Oh, you know
I was
she's on the
given
outskirts.
directions.
You were told on the outskirts.
Then yes, I will take it. I will ask them.
Huh. He made an E-Andy.
Yes.
You were given directions
Okay.
to the outskirts
That's
of town.
great. Okay, then yes. I was like,
It's a small.
It is a small town, so you could find it more than likely in 15, 20 minutes, but
no, I take and I ask them for directions. Excuse me, and of course I'm relaying all this in Draconic. It is easier for them. Would you happen to know where the seamstress might be located? I was told it was on the outskirts of town, but give you better directions.
And the orc is gonna be the one to respond. Straight down the street. As you exit town, take a right. 3 buildings down.
Thank you very much. And I kind of bow, turn, go to the seamstress.
Yep. And then at this point, as you would be roughly reaching about the outskirts of the town, is when you all start to leave the building.
Did the dragon turn human or whatever? Did he go down with us or did he stay?
Yeah, he's staying up.
He's staying up.
They gave us like proper directions. I'm assuming.
Did you ask for better directions?
Well, I did ask if we can go to the seamstress. I assumed I would.
All he told you was the outskirts of town.
Oh, okay.
You can ask him for greater detail if you want.
So you said the outskirts of town. Where exactly? We're not exactly familiar with your village.
Oh, my apologies. We don't, like that I would assume you would expect, don't get very many visitors here, so everyone tends to know each other here.
Quite.
If you go straight down our main road that you came up, and as you leave town, take a right, it'll be about 3 buildings down.
Oh, wonderful. And where can we purchase the sled dogs?
It'll actually be the neighboring building.
All right, thank
You won't miss the barking.
Good to know.
you.
And we're off.
I need new wraps. These are.
So, at this point, Linus, you find your way into the seamstress building. It seems fairly empty at the moment.
I take in, I like not brutally, but just like, you know, is there like a bell on the counter or something?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I just ding and it's like, hello?
Hey, hold on. As what traditionally you could assume is a goblin, it looks like one that was meant for the mountains. You can at least put 2 and 2 together with it. As this one has a thick coat of white fur kind of blowing off
I mean, I'm talking to one right now.
his body, essentially, that's not covered by clothing. What can I do for you?
Yes, I was sent here because, you know, I need some better clothing to get through this terrain.
He's going to say you don't look like you're from the village, so I'd assume you're an actual halfling.
Yeah, no. Came up from Dragul. There's
It's nice to have, I guess, actual business.
by chance, do you happen to have some heavier clothes my size?
Oh, most certainly. Come on. And you hear him kind of stepping down a set of stairs.
Is this in common or is this in Draconic?
This isn't common.
Okay.
As you hear him kind of walk off to the back, just comes back up, step, and he
Eventually.
kind of tosses down what looks to be a heavy coat, almost like a heavy coat shawl that goes down past your knees. That'll only run you, let's call it even at 8 silver.
Okay.
Give you a new visitor discount.
No.
Do you have something big enough to fit someone in my size?
As we walk in the
As you
door!
walk in the door.
As we walk in the
I thought
door!
I said I was with
No.
you.
No.
No.
You're
sorry.
with us.
Oh, I'm
As
sorry.
we walk, that
He's
sounds like
on his own.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That
Boom!
I misunderstood.
I'll accept it this time. It would have taken him a few minutes to go back to the back to get stuff, so
Okay.
you could have been walking in at this point.
Okay.
There's something there. Boom!
Fine.
She's gonna go. There's a gentler way to open the door.
Oh, more visitors.
More
Hello? Yes, hello there.
customers live actually with me.
Mm.
So yes.
Eddie's gonna go, hello. Hello. He tries waving with his dominant hand and realizes,
Oh no.
hello.
Are you laughing at him?
No, I'm sad.
John and Molly. Hello. Hi.
I mean, out of character, it's like we could give him a hand. We could like raise.
We could
his
give him
dominant
a hand. I'm gonna take a D12 psychic psychic real quick. That's 10. I'm dead.
I'm coming, my guy.
I'm sorry, that was too far. I'm sorry. I
There is a fine line, and
Honey.
that crossed it.
Honey, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh.
Sometimes it'd be
I
like that.
suppose I deserve that.
Even the guy that makes all the puns knew not to go there,
I
okay?
can't believe I'm making
Like, I
this
didn't
joke.
say it when he was trying to get up on, when I was in the bird form, it's like somebody give him a hand. You know, I didn't go and I didn't say anything like that. Whenever he was trying to grab on for dear life, somebody give him a hand. I didn't make any jokes like that during any time.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
I am Mrs. Nesbitt.
I will say that he was pretty alarmed by that statement.
I didn't say it in
Dishonest
character. I didn't say it in character.
I know, I'm just joking with you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright,
This is
Give
You
me
can
a round
even
of
say-
applause for that one. Give
You
me
could
a
even
hand.
say he was disarmed by it.
That's what he said. Gotta hand it to you on that one.
so, each of you are then fitted for a coat. Considering how many different times they have differing sized creatures here, it seems pretty well fitting for most of this. The only ones that take a little bit of tailoring are the Mule Twins. But after essentially a group total of 3 gold and 2 silver,
Oh, we got
I got the gold. Or 1 gold.
I'll get another gold.
essentially the only one who declines it's Eddie, as he's already built.
I'll
for
get
the
another
conditions.
gold.
So 1, 2, there's 3 gold. Eventually throw in a couple silver.
I can. Okay. I was gonna say I can. Where's okay? There's that.
Okay.
Although the goblin is gonna
So,
speak up after getting everyone fitted.
was it 2 or 3 silver?
2 silver.
2 silver. And then.
So, what happened to your friends?
It's a long story.
Lost it in a dragon fight.
You know you're in the city of dragons.
Yes.
The mechanical dragon that was being used to take down the white dragon self-detonated, and some of the shrapnel took his arm off.
I mean, have you talked to any artificers yet to see if they could build them an arm?
I mean, we're actually hoping to find a cleric who might be able to reattach it.
You may want to actually speak to my sister who lives in Wormtool.
Perfect.
We're just on our way there.
Yep.
After we by the slip.
How powerful is your sister?
I mean, for having been a cleric for about most of her life, so about 20 years, she's fairly strong.
Is she able to? And I kind of just get close. Is she able to bring back people from the dead, even after their bodies are gone?
Not to my knowledge. That's a very specific question.
I'm on a very specific quest. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You know I make clothing. That's a very big question to ask someone who only makes clothing.
You gave me a lead, and that's all I need.
Nice. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know what to say at this point.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
What does what's your sister's name? We might be able to find her. Just the I know there's the temple of Golden Dragon down there, but is she affiliated with the temple or?
No, she was a wandering cleric before she decided to settle down in Wormtool. But yeah, her birth name is Bentir, because according to her parents, when she was born, her ear got bent backwards and never healed properly, so she fixed it eventually, but she doesn't like being called that. So, I guess the best way to call her now would be her chosen name of Daisy.
Okay. Daisy. All right.
No.
All right. I guess we're going, and I like point in the direction of barking. I guess we're going and getting the sled dogs now.
Yeah, but according to
But, Eddie, do you want to wait to see if we can take and we can, you know, get your own arm back, or do you want to take and like try and get a prosthetic?
I'd rather have my original arm
Yeah,
if we could.
I mean, it's fair.
I kind of was attached to it. You
Son
can
of a
smile.
I like you.
that's 2 psychic damage.
On top of the 10 you took earlier?
You're dead already.
Well,
And he's gonna nudge you. Cheer up. Just me. I've seen plenty of people with worse. I'm honestly surprised I still have all of my digitals. Not anymore, but surprised that I had all of my digits up to that point.
Technically, you still do, just not attached.
One of them's in a separate dimension currently.
Yes.
A pocket dimension. But remember, I grew up in war. I'm genuinely surprised that I made it out better than my brother. And you know what the trauma did to him. So it's okay. Smile.
I just go like, I know that I'm only gonna be able to like hug his fucking knee, but I'm gonna still give him a hug.
He kneels down seeing you come up, and you're able to reach up to his neck and pat your neck. Alright.
You're still an illusion, pal.
Hey, no worries. I didn't die yet. He's gonna point back to Molly and says, thanks to that one. And her quick thanking. You and Goodwill.
I'm so proud.
They grow so fast. Before you know, they're casting fireballs.
Lightning bolt.
So,
Drew
so
can't do
this
fireball.
is not canon.
It's
Okay, just
Thunderbolt.
gonna throw that out there. Come on, John, you got a lot of catching up to do.
Gosh, Dad, I'm trying.
Becomes a paladin.
Yeah, come
A
on.
vengeance paladin. You give
I'll-
all of your attention to Molly. He's like, you
I'll
know what,
show
Rob? I'll show you.
That's my boy.
Wait. Don't hate me. Yeah, otherwise you'll grow up to be a bit disappointment like Victorian.
Oh!
So,
Sorry, Dave.
on that note, as you leave the shop and you're making your way towards the dog sleds, we're going to go ahead and take this moment to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
There you go.
There's not a choice, Rebecca.
And welcome back.
Not a choice, you're back.
So, as we left for break, the party had finally got some good clothes to wear in the winter in the nice tundras of Wormtool's mountain range, and was making their way to the neighboring building, which you could hear the barking and yipping dogs well before you made the turn out of the city limits. So, as you do, you notice that it is a bit bigger building. It was set back a bit from where the seamstress house was. However, it looks mostly as a small hut with a massive gate, like a massive fence around it, where you can see what roughly looks to be about 30 dogs.
Oh, God.
Cool.
All of them looking either like huskies or Malamutes.
So how many of them are reincarnations as well?
Wait, what?
Probably none.
Okay.
None of them are. As someone looks over your shoulder.
That's impressive considering how tall I am.
As you do, it's an Aarakocra, but it's one that looks like a crane.
Oh.
Oh, cool. That's pretty cool.
They're all just dogs.
Okay. Good. I don't have to worry about accidentally saying something I'm not supposed to say.
No, I mean, besides the Seamster, they're the only non-dragons in this town.
Alright then.
Can I help you?
Yes, we're needed to take and purchase about, I think 3 sleds with teams. We're taking and traveling to Wormtool. We'd like to get there a little faster than just walking.
No, that's understandable. We do have essentially a return deal with Wormtool. So we'll charge you roughly 1 gold a day for the 3. About how many days were you thinking?
It was what, 3 days to get to Wormtool? Is that what they said?
Is that what they said?
Is that what they
I
said?
don't know, I left.
It was, y'all asked how long it would take to fly.
Yeah.
Well, he
They
said.
never said how long
Yeah,
would it
we
take to
I
sled there.
thought he said it's like, well, 3 days by road and a full day if you flew. I thought that's what he said.
We could just ask the cranes because he's the one. How long does it usually take to Wormtool? By sled at least. Have you had any customers?
About, depending on how many stops you want to make, 3 to 5 days.
Isn't stops where exactly? Just camping for the night and things like that?
As long as you don't kill our dogs, we don't care where you go. Just as long as your end destination's Wormtool.
Our end destination is Wormtool, yes.
Okay, then if you just rode straight through, stopping to rest, then 3 days.
Alright.
Alright.
So 3 days then.
I think it is. And we just give the sleds to the Wormtool's sled dog. I'm not from around here. I live in camels.
Question: If it takes a bit longer than 3 days, do we just how do we take care of that extra day? Like if we come across trouble or
It's the return policy.
What is the return policy?
Well, okay, so essentially what will happen is we send forward a message just to let them know to expect you, names and all that. If it takes longer than the expected days paid here, you'll pay the difference once you reach there.
Okay.
We do charge for the return trip as well, so essentially wherever you're going for how long, just expect 2 gold per day.
Okay.
So 6 gold total.
Yep, as long as it's only 3 days.
all right?
Should be.
Nothing bad's
be.
gonna happen.
Should be as long as we don't encounter any
3
rough
days,
terrain or
right?
anything
Don't.
like that.
Jinx us.
Don't you dare!
Motherfucker.
Don't you dare!
I think I got a smite spell in here somewhere for the jinxer.
Please don't!
You gotta hit me first.
Won't be that hard.
I can't. I dodge.
Yes. We'll just take the break for Wormtool.
I start going.
Okay, so then if you're going straight there for the 3 days, it'll just be 6 gold for now, and then If anything slows you down or you have to take an extra day, then you'll just pay the difference once you get there.
So, are we all chipping in, or?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be
1 gold, 2 silver.
1 gold, 2 silver.
For 5 of us, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll take a one deduct that.
You know, we'd be able to get there with 1 sled before I got my wagon back.
Don't worry, we will get it back from the dragon as soon as we save the world.
Or we could buy you a better wagon,
That would be appreciated.
considering the
All
thing.
my money was in that wagon,
Yeah. Wait,
so I can't buy one myself.
I'm too afraid to ask how much, so I won't.
Just real quick, where did we leave the wagon?
With
The
the
dragon.
The
With
green
the
dragon.
dragon.
They teleported him, remember? What was it? 1 gold, 2
Well, he
silver,
flew
right?
him over.
Yes.
He specifically flew John and Eddie back to you. He did not return the wagon.
Oh,
His promise was for your lives, not all of your stuff.
Yep. And he's a dragon, he keeps shit.
Uh-huh.
That is fair. We'll chip in as soon as everything kind of hopefully blows over. We don't exactly want Hadar to just be. And we're buying you a new wagon. Before his weird tentacle things start just going.
What's a hater? And
Well,
why
that's-
are there tendrils everywhere?
Ro, if you would be so kind to, you're the parental figure, I'm gonna walk over here.
Who is that, Molly?
No, that wasn't Molly.
That
That was the Aarakocra.
Yeah.
As you were just talking about this out loud,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Molly knows about all of this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Molly's been with you.
Yeah. We'll put it this way.
Molly's been with us literally since day 1.
We'll put it this way. We're saving the world. And you're going to be a part of it by lending us these dogs.
Congrats.
Okay.
2 silver.
It's
It's still too gold.
still 2 gold a day.
Oh, no, not that. Not that.
Okay.
Cool. But yes, congratulations. You're part of a business transaction that will save the world. Hooray, capitalism wins again.
Yay. Okay, is there anything else I can do for you? The dogs have been hooked up for you.
Real quick, like when we go into Wormtool, is it like just towards the outskirts where we take the lead?
Yeah, it'll be near the, you'll be essentially coming from the west. So you'll be entering the west gate and there's a depot there.
Alright. Appreciate it. About what time of day is it? It's like
Right now it's about 2, almost 3 o'clock.
Okay.
no.
Do we
What's
want
that
to, do we want to take and do we want to head out now? We're only gonna take and make it about like 4 or 5 hours of travel.
I mean, anything is better than nothing.
It's true.
So yes, I say we go ahead and we start that way.
What?
Okay.
Oh, she didn't see it?
Did you not see it?
So, you all load up, just kind of,
So, like, how many people can each sled get again?
so it can normally hold, I'll have to read it in a second.
Okay.
Camera up. This is,
Oh, come on, you can't DM and look at memes at the same time. What kind of modern millennial DM are you?
one born before the technology got this far.
Um,
Anyways, so as it looks, they're set to where they can at least carry either 3 medium creatures each, or 1 large and 1 medium creature. So, just for now,
You can have the 2 big guys. and the
Essentially-
small boys.
just kind of. So Eddie will have to take 1. Who's gonna ride with Eddie? Linus? Okay. So in the second sled we have Victorin and Roach. Did I give you the mule twins? I did not.
Twinsies?
Twinsies
Twinsies are riding.
Where are the mule twins?
and plaques.
And cups.
Just dying, it's fine.
I'm wrapping myself, so all you will hear is.
There
all right, Kenny.
So
Oh my god, you killed Kenny!
You bastards.
I'll let you decide where they go. So you want Squirrel riding with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And platypus, which will be represented by
So,
Is that the fucking Grim Reaper?
No, it's a
so
platypus.
since this
I'm
is
gonna
a
make
tiny,
that joke every time.
it won't really take up space in the sled. So
Okay.
one more person can fit with Rolt, and or do you have Molly or John with you?
I got John with you this time.
John? Okay. And then one more can fit with Victorn and Molly.
Hi, John. Okay. Oh God. Oh
And then
God.
you said you wanted.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the
Hello?
office mate. And it's like, sneaks up. Fuck!
Am I flat?
He's actually, you notice that he actually makes eye contact with you before you get on the sled. He's getting used to your patterns.
He's like, I am watching you, lady.
So maybe he won't be fighting. Maybe he'll be a rogue.
Molly,
No.
is there? I mean, I know that
So, real quick, sorry, as you're getting loaded up, since you're riding with him, he like sits down at the back of the sled. You can hear him going, "Oh, wagon was a lot better than this one."
I just kind of like reach back and like pat
Salty.
his chest.
I guess he's not like this. He's more like,
Oh, well, it'd be the other arm.
well, no, he lost his right arm.
That's true.
Okay.
This is my right arm.
Uh-huh.
This is my left arm.
Okay, directions.
This is my right arm. This is my left.
We don't do directions and we don't count
Now look at
backwards.
me as I cross my chest. Anyways,
All right, let's go. Wait, who's driving our sled?
looks like roll.
Bro, you driving?
I guess.
Um,
A platypus is driving.
I don't know, man. What's my animal?
They're trained animals. It's fine.
We don't really
The
have
only time you have to
much,
worry
yeah.
about animal handling is in intense situations, and that's if they get spooked. They're hard. Sled dogs are harder to spook than horses or camels.
As dogless should be.
Yeah.
Good boys.
Essentially, you would reckon y'all's sled has more Malamutes than Huskies, since Malamutes are the heavier pulling of the two.
Yep.
But you would even notice that the Huskies, they look pretty confident. A lot of them are ready to get moving. The one on Rolt, the lead is like extremely ready to start running. Like it's
Vibrating.
Alright, y'all ready?
So who's leading this one? Hike, hike, hike! Okay, guess we're leading.
So, I was about to say y'all can. It's a wide mountain. You don't
Yeah.
have to go side like single file.
Yep. It just means that if you run into trouble, I get the first for glory.
So
I can't
not
believe I
long
caught
after
this
yours
one.
starts to take off, the other dogs take it as the cue, and so they start following along. So about where you're at right now is where each of the leads. So for sled, Rolt's in the head. Evangeline's sled, you're at the lead, and then Linus' sled.
Yep.
That's about where you're at, neck to neck with each other. Rolt's just a little bit ahead, just because his sled dog started off faster.
Ooh, let's go.
They are moving just a little bit slower for the Malamute cart, since they are stronger, but they move about 10 feet slower.
Alright, let's get going.
All right, just in case.
Mush! Mush!
Just in case. Ooh. Bam, bam, bam. All of you get hit.
Ow! You want to hit him so you have a connection? Psychic?
Boom.
There you go.
Me?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello. Hello from the other side.
This song is copyright.
Seconds.
So, yeah, each of you are heading off pretty strong. The Aarakocra and starts fading into the distance as she waves y'all off.
Bye. Have a good day.
And at this point, what lays behind you, just as it lays in front of you, is a vast extent of snow and rocky cliffsides.
I
Cool.
see.
We are going the right direction, right? We got directions?
Yes.
Okay, good.
The
I
Aarakocra pointed you in
Says
the
the
right
guy. Says the guy who's leading everybody.
I
As she
see
even
with-
said, you're coming from the west to Wormtool.
I see
so.
with my little eye something white.
My pupils.
Is it the snow?
It is the snow.
Poor John.
Bro,
John always gets the short end of the stick, man.
I'd
Bro.
rather be riding with Victoria.
Well, I'm the favorite.
I mean, we just started. We can pull this thing over.
Yes.
Please?
Okay.
No, we're
You
not.
take it as one.
I'll take
Whoa! Everyone,
So the
whoa!
dogs start to slow down.
Wait,
Molly, trade places with John.
What? What? We're having a good time.
We
I know.
are. Bro, do I have to?
Because John's got the short end of the stick between the dragon and everything else. He wants to ride with Victoria, and I'm giving him a chance this time.
And he, like, it's not even subtle. He's looking at his sister going, and she acquiesces reluctantly and gets off the sled and moves
You
over
could have
to.
just left.
Now Victorian's
I know what I'm
gets to
about.
hear me go. Everyone gets to hear me go. I spy with my little eye something.
Hey, Strella. Are we there yet?
Ah?
Are we there yet?
Don't forget, you're hearing it for everyone too.
Yep.
Mush, mush, mush.
Hey everyone,
Hey.
let's not forget we are on a snowy mountainside.
Oh no, this was.
This is all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the psychic.
Finally.
Okay. I was gonna say, you have a Yetkin who will be more than happy to remind you not to yell on a snowy mountainside
no.
cliff.
That's what only John could hear me when I go.
Just as Victorian says, are we there yet? He's just giving him the stink eye. Giving Strella the stink eye.
Yes, are we
The
there yet?
payback's a bitch, motherfucker.
I know a twin that gets on everybody's nerves, everybody's nerves, everybody's nerves.
This is all being blasted in full for everyone.
Evangeline,
Yes.
you're gonna hear in your head as everyone's just kind of having jovial times. You won't hear this, as he can choose who hears and who doesn't.
Yeah, good, we don't want to listen to him anyway.
He was ready to pull some ammunition too if you kept fighting him.
I know.
That was the bad part. I was hoping you were gonna stop.
I wasn't.
This motherfucker.
So, but you're gonna hear in your minds. It's just a coincidence, right, Evangeline? There's no way that my wife could be here. Even though my body came back, it was you've seen it.
Yeah.
Just a coincidence, and it cannot be that bad.
We can search for her.
I just hope that she was able to find peace. If she did come back, I doubt she would have been so appeasing to the eye like she was. At least in the description of, well, that dragon. And if I came back looking the way I did, I can only imagine what anybody else brought back by that abomination would look like. I don't want to even imagine what my wife would look like. I didn't like how I looked.
Damn, so this guy is shallow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Not,
I
you know,
know,
seeing
I
his
know,
deceased
I know.
wife come back as a shambling ooze corpse.
Yeah, I know.
Just complete shallow. Anyways, I know, it's a joke.
Why are you so shallow? Gee, have you looked at yourself in the
Bro,
mirror lately?
beauty's only skin deep, damn.
But yeah, it just kind of goes.
Beauty is in the eye
quiet.
of the beholder, don't you know?
Stab.
Behold, where?
Guys. But after that, he does go a bit quiet.
I'm just sitting.
We'll get answers.
Thank you.
I've got my lute pulled out, and I'm just playing music as quietly
Like
as
this.
I can. But yeah,
That's
Like
some good
this.
Russian music.
As you are playing your lute, you hear a slight rhythm being played at the same time. As John is essentially pedaling along with the beat against the wooden sled.
all right. You're keeping a pretty good beat.
Thanks. It's pretty boring when we normally have to wait for Rolt to come back from something dangerous, so you learn something to pass the time. Molly has a good voice. We normally end up jamming out, essentially.
That sounds fun. Reminds me of me and my sister.
Oh, you have siblings?
Just a sister.
Oh,
A younger one.
okay. Handfuls, right?
Oh, absolutely. They think they know everything.
Some are a little more true than others.
This is true.
Should listen to her about those blackberries. They were not blackberries.
Oh no.
And now look at her. She's a druid.
She's a smart girl.
She is. Proud of her.
Yes. She reminds me a lot of my younger sister. So that's comforting in a way.
How much younger is your sister from you?
She's about 4 years younger than me.
Oh, okay. So, roughly about the same age gap as me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, it's been definitely a pretty interesting last 4 years, that's for sure.
I can imagine.
I mean, things are like this. You've only been traveling with Rolt for, what, about a month now? And you've seen the amount of trouble we've all gotten in.
Yes, it's quite world changing. Yes.
You're gonna start seeing him grab some stuff from the side of the sled and affixing it to his hooves.
What you got there?
Oh, don't worry about it. And he's gonna hop off the sled.
Oh.
And he's going to keep up on his own feet.
Right.
Oh.
And
I thought he was skiing for a second.
no, he's gonna go over to the cart with Lioness and Eddie and hop up, almost kind of taking up your space. But since you're a small creature, I left one annoying cart to go to another. Can I ride with you, please?
I took a look at Victoria and, what the fuck did you say?
I made a joke! That's all I did!
Was it a pun or was it a joke?
It might have been a pun.
It's probably like, he's small, but you literally see Linus go. It's just like.
And he's just
I
kind of
thought
starting to. Do what?
How fast are these dogs running?
The Huskies have a 40-foot movement speed,
Okay,
and the Malamutes have a 30. So right now they're moving at 30.
gotcha.
But they can maintain a running speed for multiple miles at a time.
I guess I've got to learn John's
It takes
humor.
longer before they have to start making con saves to keep pushing.
Gotcha.
He abandoned ship because of you. He abandoned sled because of you.
Yeah, John.
Thanks. Hey, y'all want to play Parcheesi? It's a pretty sturdy ride.
Do we even have a baby?
Maybe. Like we get like the travel size. Go to like the push.
There's the one thing that the dragon gave back to him.
Yeah.
I'll beat you next time.
Oh no!
Get this out of my sights.
John's pulling it out, and he said if we didn't take it, it would make him angry.
He didn't want it. The one thing he didn't
They
want.
let me take it with me.
Now, real quick question: was Eddie's set, or was this like was Eddie's Parcheesi set?
Yeah, it was the original one.
Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah,
Eddie's taking a cross leg sit, and basically he grabs one of the boards to kind of set like a makeshift table across his legs so it's sturdy. And John starts setting up the Parcheesi board.
Are you gonna ask him if he needs a hand setting it up?
No, I'm not.
that was Cameron.
No, I'm not.
Tell John I'm sorry. I thought I knew his humor.
Yeah.
And just fly back. It's like, it's alright, we're playing Parcheesi.
You would know that John's in that temperamental teen phase, so.
Yep. Well, he's getting one-upped by his sisters, and now he's got to figure something out for himself, you know?
John, would you like to learn about how to emotionally damage someone with a dagger? I can teach you.
I can show you my tricks.
Whoa!
Where's hands?
Where's
Hand
hand?
me the hands!
No, sir.
I don't know if you're going to go
That's
for the hand or if you're going to go.
No, backhand.
That's 4
No, sir.
psychic damage.
It's like a pimp slap, huh?
Yep. No, sir.
We need to get the bonk hand. We need to get an actual bonk.
Bonk, yeah,
Everyone
bonk,
gets
bonk
one.
stick. So, but
Hey,
no,
we have
All
full
these
noodle.
people in one place.
We can do what my German teacher did and just have full noodle and just hit people with it and sign it and
This
have
is a
tally
bar
marks for whoever gets beaten up the most.
So-
After you empty it and burp it.
but yeah, at this point,
It's still really soft.
the Parcheesi board's up and the game's running at least on y'all's.
Yeah.
It's
The
still really
sled's
soft.
running
It's
smooth
not
enough
gonna
at the
hurt.
moment to where you can just keep an occasional eye on the sled and you can still move pieces without an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Molly, I have a game. How far can you cast that bonfire spell? Just for quick seconds.
Let me see here.
He goes,
Okay, let me see here.
As we're mushing,
I'm pulling up her character sheet.
No
sorry.
problem. So as we're mushing, I'm gonna go, hey Stella, and I'm gonna reach down right quick, grab a handful of snow, and kind of make it into a snowball. And said, wonder if I can hit moving targets better than you can.
About 60 feet out.
Excellent. Puts one, just kind of in that general direction. So it's as we're passing by. Don't put it directly in the path, but just make it appear for a second and disappear.
Okay.
you're on.
Cast it off to the distance.
Good. And as soon as she casts it, I take the snowball and try and throw and hit the bonfire with it. Target practice.
Okay. Roll me a thrown weapons check.
Cool.
It will be improvised as it's a snowball.
Okay, so just dex then.
So yeah, just your straight dex.
Cool. Is it a +2?
And it's a non-moving object while you're on a moving object, so it'll give it a quarter cover. So DC 12.
10.
Yeah, it misses
Oh.
it.
Me next.
Yep.
All right.
Pull.
Paul!
She casts the spell.
Ah! Whoa!
So improvise. So just your dex.
Yeah. I also miss.
Here.
Scoop.
And so Molly tries. It's like, can I try?
Of course.
So she casts the spell. Yeah, she misses.
We're all missing.
It's an
Oh,
8
we
for her.
got a new game for us now, pals. All right, so I know what we're playing the whole trip. Pull. Ready? Pull.
That's what we're doing then.
Yeah, that's only 10 feet. Sad.
9.
Mine are losing though.
1-0.
Yeah, that's a 14.
Yeah!
1-1-0. Damn it. All right.
All right.
So
So
that's what we're doing on our
That's what we're
trip.
doing on our trip.
So Squirrel is just kind of. Oh, Squirrel and the giant platypus. Forgot about that. I'm just gonna say he's on the same sled
Platypus,
as
Squirrel.
Yeah, they
as
are.
Evangeline, and Squirrel's just kind of sitting on top of the giant platypus. So it actually starts after a while of like listening on like to the giant platypus talking. It starts mimicking the noise without shape shifting. So you can tell they're having a conversation with each other.
Oh, you hear it.
I feel like we're missing out on something.
I do too. I wonder what they're talking about.
I don't know. I don't speak animal.
You can always talk to him in Sylvan.
If Molly were here, we couldn't find out.
You're
Sorry,
still
we're having-
salty about that, aren't you?
I'm a bit.
I was about to say I'm a bitch. can talk to him in Sylvan,
I
remember?
can, but I'm being
I
salty.
can too.
He's salty. He's still salty.
Why are you so salty?
Because I'm in
Is that
the
in
show.
character or is that?
That is in character instead of Victoria. It's like, why are you so salty?
Because I made a joke and the toad ran away.
That's why you're salty.
Yes.
I thought you were good with your words.
I mean,
I am, but apparently I don't get John's humor.
Didn't you used to be a teenager?
how
You
long
should
have
get
you
that.
really spent with him?
This is true. I've spent more time with Molly than I have John, so I guess that kind of tracks a bit.
So, do you have a reason to be salty?
Yes.
Yes. No hesitation. You're the one with the squirrel.
I'm going over what's happening on each cart. So
What are you two talking about? Am I saying something?
apparently this one needs to go potty and does not want to ruin the place it's sleeping on.
Fair enough.
Can we stop, everyone?
You can barely hear you. You gotta do it.
Can we stop?
I can hear both of you.
Is it? Do we need a potty break already?
Not for us, for the platypus.
Can't you just aim it
Okay.
while we're
No.
moving?
No.
I'm not touching that nasty thing.
No.
You know what I'm referencing, don't you?
No.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
Take a turn.
It has been a few hours at this point.
Okay.
I pull the reins and
I could go make
let
some
that
little snowball
platypus go.
rabbits.
So as you stop, Squirrel, who's still riding on top of the top of Perry, they go bounding off. And as you notice, there's not really any real water sources here. However, it almost looks like this giant platypus is swimming through the snow as if it was just plain water.
Well, that's fascinating.
That's cool.
Platypus.
As you're walking through, the snow is actually pretty dense. Make me a
Oh.
dex check as you step off this snow, or off the sled and into the snow, as your less surface area foot
Oh,
starts to plummet in.
17.
Yeah, you're able to stop yourself and kind of sit down on the sled as you kind of feel it sink a little bit. Not like
Oh.
drastically, but because of the thud,
Yep.
you can tell that the snow here is pretty deep.
Oh, well then. I'm not gonna go that far then.
Anybody who needs a bathroom break, fucking take it now.
I already took it.
I know.
No.
John's gonna walk over to you, Rope, noticing you trying to get off. He's actually gonna grab, because there's two pair of snowshoes, and he's gonna walk them over and go, "Here, Rod,
Oh,
use these.
thank you.
Time to just
Hey.
Right.
What's
It's,
easier?
it's pretty easy to time. I'm not gonna make you make a survival check or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, as soon
I'm
as
just
you
going
step
far
off
enough
now,
to use the bathroom. That's all I need.
John's like, as you start walking off, you're both kind of going in the same direction at first, and he's like, "I'll walk off this way."
Prep
Bless
C.
Mm-hmm. So just wide open area. Just everyone just.
Nobody looking at each other.
Yep.
I can't
We
even
look at each
sit.
other.
Since is there a pair like on each?
Yeah, John would have took two of them to take the rock. So there is another two. But
Oh.
Eddie, looking at you, trying to look at him, goes, "Don't worry, I can walk on the snow."
Okay, cool.
So you
And
go-
so
go out there,
as Eddie
and then
takes
you
and
stomp
walks
a little bit,
off.
give yourself a low spot, and then you can go.
I mean,
down a little
he
bit
doesn't have to
cover.
go.
Oh, okay.
He's just telling you that don't worry about him walk on the snow.
Oh, okay. So I'll literally take and Eddie and I are basically brothers. I take it and I stand up on the top of the sled, drop around to the piss off the sled.
Jump!
He's gonna look up at you, really confused, and he's gonna shoulder bump you. Make me a dex save. With disadvantage.
Damn it! Wait, are you shoulder bumping him sideways or are you shoulder bumping him forward?
Forward.
No.
You might be like brothers, but you just dropped Trow in front of him and started to piss off the side of the wagon.
He's just got two tiny squashes.
He's just trying to chill. And you're pissing right next to him. So dex save with disadvantage.
It's
Save.
like that's more awkward than using your next.
Only reason because your pants are around your ankles.
Right.
Oh, fair enough.
How thick is Linus?
A 10?
Fusing
Yeah,
until
with
the
his
temperature of
strength,
snow.
it's a thing if he just boom and you go ah, and you fall into the yellow
Oh.
Listen,
Yellow snow, yellow
just because
snow,
I'm used to
yellow
being
snow.
around you little guys doesn't mean I want to be around your little guy.
I know little about it.
Do I hear any thoughts right now from Linus?
Cold. Very fucking cold. I hate the fucking snow.
Can I turn and just...
Whose horse is that?
I'm just gonna look over. Eddie's pretty cool.
Hey guys, when did we get a gnome in the party?
I'm gonna look over. Eddie, where did Linus go?
Because he knocked Linus off the other
Yeah,
side, so
yeah.
it's kind of hidden.
Yeah.
So you went about about half a foot into the snow.
No. Just the tip.
You felt like belly flopped into the snow.
Yeah, the time.
I'm gonna look over. Eddie, where did Linus go?
Oh, you know. He got a little pissed off. He needed to cool off.
Is that some sort of joke I'm having?
No joke.
Oh,
I'm being honest with
I
you.
stand up, pull my pants up, tuck the gi back in.
Alright, now you know what? We're brothers.
So I need you to make one more dex save as you notice Eddie starting to stand up in the sled, and you know where this is going.
I'm still looking, by the way, just going.
You just see his back.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in loose snow, so it'll be with disadvantage again.
Again.
Oh, so that's where Linus is.
If you had the snowshoes, it negates the disadvantage.
No, so that was be another 10.
Another 10. So let's check his aim. That's a 13 on dice. As you're standing up,
Oh dear. Oh no. I'm just gonna look away.
Better pissed off than pissed on. Alright. Not bad aim for only having one arm.
Oh dear. Oh no. Why did I have to see that?
You have to keep watching.
You could have looked
Hey,
away.
Victorian.
What?
You know prestidigitation, don't you?
Yes.
You want to clean up Linus?
What did you?
He fell in the snow.
Oh, Eddie. Eddie. Why?
Oh, Eddie, no, Eddie, oh, no, Eddie, no.
Linus, did you do
No,
something to
stop. Prestidigitation.
It's like
It's a
Eddie,
5 foot cube.
no,
You instantly just go.
Stop.
I'm watching with weird fascinations.
it's like at this moment is when John's coming back from taking his break, and he's just like, I'm not even going to ask.
It's better that you don't.
You really
Okay.
don't want to know.
Molly's just kind of looking confused. What happened?
Nothing, Molly. Just don't worry about it. It's
I'm gonna immediately hit
hazing.
a bit of a hazing. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and hit rope with just. It's just a little bit of luck. Just all he hears is struggle. Linus got pissed on my Eddie. Don't worry, Victoria.
Okay, so player knowledge. Linus is now going to take control of the DEG and kill you all.
Why did you? What is your purpose for?
I cleaned you up though.
What is your purpose for doing
You can be
this,
my
Linus? It wasn't even my fault.
I didn't even laugh. Like Victorian didn't laugh. I'm laughing, but
I'm laughing. My character's not. It may sound the
Just
same.
like, why? Why would you do something like that?
Just brotherly jabbing.
Isn't it something you usually ask
Take
for
my arm, and
prostitutes?
he's gonna go for his normal
What's-
dominant arm with his right hand.
Isn't it something you ask for prostitutes?
Take my arm. You can
If
tell us
you're into that.
he was having a fun time, and then remembered he's missing his dominant arm. He's like, take my arm.
I take his arm.
I mean, we can get
Get
the
you
arm
back
out of
into
the back
the-
of holding.
At least you're warm.
No, Preston did the chasing.
I
I know.
Yeah, but
You're
yeah.
warm.
So was warm. Oh,
Until he was not.
I could say something, but we're on stream.
There was a couple streams too.
Yep. Don't cross the streams. Don't cross the streams. Yeah.
Why?
And then Victorin and Evangeline, you hear scratching on the back of the sled. It's like,
Oh, I know.
as
Hello, my friend.
Perry and Squirrel pop back up onto the sled.
Welcome back.
As Perry essentially regurgitates, it's not fully digested, it's not like partially digested. What looks to be snowflies. And snowflies are a small creature, they're insects that basically live off of cold environments and eat minor minerals off of rocky materials. They have a really hard outer shell, but in most cases, they stay in a pinch, you can eat them.
Ah, like quick kebabs.
And Perry then takes his right hand up, and you notice there's a spike on his heel that he cracks into the back of one of them, and just starts drinking the fluid that's coming out.
Aw, he's so cute.
And then looking up, noticing that y'all are kind of hesitating. Well, one's hesitating, the other one's like, not really, but watching it in amazement. Perry nudges the other one up to the two of you as he continues eating his one. In Sylvan, Squirrel goes, apparently it's nourishment. He wanted to say thank you.
Oh. You're welcome.
Which you speak Sylvan as well, right?
Yeah.
So you would have heard this as well.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
I'm glad that I do not share my taste buds with you, as you hear echoing in your mind.
I didn't say I was gonna. I'm gonna do a mental. I didn't say I was gonna eat it. It's thought that counts.
Well, look at his face. You kind of turned him down.
Yes. Victorian with no hesitation.
I'm not eating that.
So, is everyone back at the sleds at this point?
Yep.
Okay, and everyone starts taking off?
Yep.
Mush.
So, every once in a while, as it goes, the body of the snowfly.
You can keep it. I'm not touching it.
Oh, you're picking it up?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm picking it up and I'm gonna put it in my bag for later.
Okay.
Just in case either we get hungry or he gets hungry. Because we still have rations.
Okay. As it gets going, you have about maybe 2 or 3 hours left before you need to stop and rest for all the dogs. As you know, about a 15-minute break doesn't exactly let sled dogs truly relax. Every once in a while, though, out of just restlessness, you do see Perry jump off the sled and swim next to it, and occasionally jump back into the sled.
Okay.
Past that, it's a pretty easy ride for the first day.
Snowball. I was thinking this is a bonfire.
That's a 13 for Molly. She hits it.
Oh.
The bonfire.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because I was going to snowball and I hit.
Oh no.
I hit
Okay.
stroke.
Which is amazing. It's like, here, let me throw. Oh, I missed. Whoops.
I
That's
will-
a nat
That's,
one.
I was gonna say that's a nat one.
You see here.
He just throws it and goes near, and then we go underneath it.
What is the?
Huh. That still only counts as one. I don't think I give very many. I think it's good between you and Molly who gets
As the two of you are just kind of fucking around with the snowballs, as you mentioned Molly, you look back and she goes, "Look, Rolf." She's kind of figuring out more of her powers. She created a little like snow statue out of a snowball that she had made using Druidcraft.
Ooh.
And she starts to form it a bit more, and it looks like it has horns, similar to what yours looks like, and then makes a face similar to yours. And then, like, she tries her best for the rest of the body, but then the snow kind of crumbles in her hand. So, well, practice, right?
I'm gonna be like
I don't think David was expecting that.
I'll give you an inspiration point for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like right beside Mom. Do you shit like that?
Not really, no.
Oh, good job on the sculpture, by the way.
Thank you.
But I don't know. You should probably that roll. That was kind of strange.
I concur.
I am proud. Let me have this.
Proud dad is proud? Question mark?
And then just to myself while touching my pouch down at my side. Jack, you'll be so proud too.
As you like, yay.
The softest of claps.
We can
Golf
golf
claps.
claps. We go golf. We don't want to create an avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
We still have 8 hours. I'm gonna blast it right to the other ones.
Sick.
Hey guys, Molly made a snow sculpture of Rod's face and broke it.
The sculpture, not my face.
What a shame.
Are we
Was-
sure?
Was it an effigy?
Maybe an FUG.
Oh, that was good.
Considering that's from your ward, I don't think that's any better.
Everything okay, Linus?
Yeah, just a headache.
Oh.
Is that what we are now?
If you need some
You
medicine,
said it, I didn't.
if you need some medicine, we could probably try to stop to find something.
Nah, it's all good.
All
By the way,
You'll move.
right. Let me see here.
so we're doing snowballs. Y'all doing Parcheesi. What are y'all doing to keep busy?
You gotta go home, Linus.
Fair enough.
We had the familiars.
I'm about to say. Perry's staying kind of quiet at this point. It's kind of just, he's more like sleeping than anything. Squirrel's just kind of along for the ride.
Alright.
We're in it.
So we eventually stop, and I guess we're just
So-
gonna do our usual big tiny hut thing.
Don't worry, I'll stay out here with the dogs.
Oh, I was gonna say we sleep outside and put all the dogs with you inside, but okay.
Oh, I can't fit in the hut, remember?
Oh, that's right. Dang it.
Yep.
It's okay. If anyone comes up, I'll unarm them.
Heh. I
He
go,
said it, not me.
Still
It's okay.
as I'm walking in, I just go, ha!
She gets it.
All right. So
I like your
I
sense
take
of
a
humor.
minute to start casting Tiny Hut. I'm basically just going in the snow and like scribbling some shit.
Alright.
Magic.
As y'all walk in, you can see the sled dogs, after being unhooked, starting to like dig into like big pockets into the snow. As they start kind of laying into it, and the snow kind of starts covering them.
bring your dog inside. They don't deserve that. My husky.
Yes. I'm trying. He won't come in.
Yep.
This is literally my dog.
Still on the
Heck,
one.
I
with the
have
guy-
short hair dogs, and they still don't want to come in.
Yep.
Father, it's snowing.
Father play. No, I still love the one where it's got the guy looking out his back. He says, "Where the hell is my dog?" And also, one of the snow mountains moves.
Father, it's raining. I don't like it.
Nope, looks like I put
You
the
want
inside
this
today.
Mother.
Yes.
And you're gonna start hearing his tail rattling.
Hunger.
Oh,
Hunger.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out. I think I'm on my last rat kebab.
You are.
And I'm just gonna go. Well, at least it's still warm.
However, he doesn't take it from you.
Oh.
He just the rattling gets louder. And he repeats.
Do I take?
Hunger.
Yeah, can we make perception checks to see if we hear the rattling?
Oh, at this point you can hear it. Like it's not being subtle, and the jackets are off because
Last
you're
time
in
we
a warm
heard the
building.
rattling.
Yeah, everybody look around.
You're inside a building currently. Would you
I
like
go-
to go out of the hut?
I go outside the building.
I at least open the door.
In the hut, you can. Hold on, let me check the.
Can you see outside of the hut?
Yes.
360 degrees.
It's a
Yes.
it's a
Oh.
clear like thing.
It's a clear
Oh,
like
okay.
thing.
Oh,
I
sorry.
can flavor it to where it like looks a certain color, but you can see out of it. Nothing can come in,
Okay.
but you can see out of
Okay.
it.
In that case, you can see the dog starting to rile up, and even Eddie's starting to look around.
Outside
Yeah,
now.
I take it off my head outside. Eddie, what's going on?
I don't know. Something spooked the dogs.
All right, everyone, position yourselves 360 degrees. Let's go. Molly, John, stay inside the tent for now.
All right.
Taking, I'm like
Nothing
starting,
gets to
like
you
I
while
start,
you're in here.
like I
so.
start, and I start like moving
Okay.
the dogs inside there as well.
Inside the hut.
Yeah, but as best as we can.
Yeah.
How many dogs is there?
It is 7 dogs per sled, or no, 3, or it's 30. There's 10 dogs per sled.
You're not gonna be able to get any of the dogs in there.
No.
Yeah.
Not with John and Molly in there.
Okay. All right.
So,
We can at least gather them up, in a central location, though, right?
We can. I just can't keep them in the hut because
Yeah.
it literally will
each
only
of the dogs are
9.
growling, their hackles are up, and they're barking off in different directions.
In different directions.
Okay, I'm looking back the way that we came. Is where I'm looking.
I'm looking ahead.
I'm looking at off to the side.
Which side?
Yes.
Okay.
That
Yes.
side. I'll check the other side.
I'll go
All right. Everyone, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Which one of you is not gonna be full of shit?
You will get advantage, Strella, as Herb is helping you, because essentially survival instincts at this point, he's trying to locate it as well.
Perception, we said.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god.
That would have been a die roll.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, starting with roll.
17.
17,
18.
Dirty 20.
5.
21.
21. Okay, and then
And where's
Eddie. Nope, and then a general roll for the dogs. Okay, the dogs pick up on it and they each kind of turn. They're going to turn towards Strella's direction as they've kind of been gathered up a bit. They can still see through the hut at least. And as everyone but Victorin and Eddie are able to hear what sounds like the crunching of snow, and then the as you don't see it until it starts to get closer and closer to the light. However, anyone who got a over a 20, so who got over a 20 on the perception check?
I got a dirty
You
20.
got an A20. So you're just at the edge there. You can at least see something moving, but you can't see it in detail.
What it is.
It's kind of fitting that Lioness sees it. As you look at it and you go, in your mind at least, you register it as that ain't Eddie.
That ain't Eddie.
That ain't Eddie.
As an abominable Yeti. Drooling out of his mouth, almost looking starved, but belly engorged. Everyone roll me initiative.
Here we go.
Here we go, motherfuckers. Oh, that's good.
That's not.
For initiative.
That
Yeah.
ain't it. That ain't it. No. That ain't it.
We still have 37 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna be tired tomorrow.
The cold's hitting me hard,
Well,
boys.
if need be, we can call it for right now. with y'all having a trip tomorrow, we can take it.
Might.
We can wait and
I'm
roll
not
the initiative
driving,
at the start of the next session.
I would request. Sorry, buddy, but yeah, we got a long day tomorrow.
Hey. No worries.
Just
We will go ahead.
Do you want to write down initiatives that we've?
No, we'll just re-roll at the start.
Yes!
No, I'm okay with that.
Shit! I got a good one though.
Well, I mean, in a week's time, you might get another good one.
No, gross shit. I know.
So,
Just buy a
In that case-
for initiative.
Her dice can get warmed up till the end of the session.
They really
Yeah.
fucking do.
but as we do have quite a few of our players who have an early trip tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and cut it off here. Thank you, everyone, for coming by to watch. Again, I'd like to give a big shout out to our associate partners over at the Adventurers Guild of Amarillo. Make sure to check them out on Facebook, eBay, all the major social medias. Give them a call if you don't like to use social media, and they're more than happy to do business over the phone with you. Again, as a reminder, we have our a la carte rolls episode, or new a la carte rolls session happening tomorrow, Saturday the 14th at 7 p.m. CST. Make sure to check it out. And again, that video, if you miss it, either this, if you are watching this on recording on YouTube, or you just want to double check it, watch it again whenever it goes up, we'll have this episode up on Monday, and then that a la carte episode will be up on that Wednesday. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good night.